If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hosting the show, man. Stairs on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof.
Hello.
I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Wish I could large, so many more, 10 in the more, never a bar, 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch, this one time for the text, this one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
You guys feel that? Do you feel it? Do you feel it, Leroy? He doesn't. Is he not plugged in? Like, what's that? Really killed me.
That's my fault.
See, Sergei Bobrovsky.
See?
Now you know it's gonna be a day between the pipes. Now you know.
Hold on.
What?
You guys know why I'm home. The pool guy called at the same time the show started. So I was trying to coordinate.
Yeah.
Can you feel it, Leroy?
Yes, I can.
Does it not feel like a holiday? Does it not feel big? The cup has landed. We are ready tonight. Game 6. Panthers, Oilers. It's Goosey's galore, dude. I'm telling you right now.
I have a question.
What?
The last couple of wins, I've been in my jacuzzi.
Dude?
If I get invited to the game, I got invited to the game.
By who?
Do I go to the game or do I continue to do the jacuzzi thing?
If you go to the no, you're totally fine going to the game.
Okay.
I think I've see. This is the thing. I just.
He's never been a fan. He's never
Let
been.
What do you want me to do? I'm an amateur.
Let me explain being a fan.
I'm an amateur.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Okay.
The only process of the hot tub is you can watch out of the hot tub, but if they have a lead, your ass better stay in that hot tub.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Or if it's 0-0 the whole time.
Okay.
Okay? But if they're losing, I'm totally fine with you moving. That's cool. If they're you know, if they're sitting here, if you get out during a tie, debatable, but losing, fine. If you want to start, no fan is ever going to turn down an opportunity to be in the building for a championship. Obviously, that's fine.
Somebody just said you got to bring some jacuzzi water with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get a little Ziploc bag.
They're not gonna let you in.
Water in it. Strap it to your waist.
That's too much.
Okay, what about one of those holy water things? You can just go around like, just spraying it.
You want him to just bring dirty tub water to the game, like in a vial?
Okay.
What do you think? He's a priest?
Anyway, I'll be right back.
All right, Leroy's out of here. He's getting
the pool water.
Bye.
All right. So does it not? JFig, do you not feel cat fever boiling through your veins right now?
So much. I felt it when you were coughing earlier.
I have not been able to shake this cough.
Bark off.
Very annoying.
Got a bark
That's cat fever, man.
That's cat fever. Marco says his Vamos Gato shirt on. He was twinsies with Gabby today.
Yeah.
We're feeling it right now.
Yeah.
Because the cup has landed. You ever think anybody's tried to steal that thing?
The cup?
I was thinking about that, seeing the keeper of the cup. Like, does it travel private? Because it looked like he just went to Fort Lauderdale and checked it in. So I was just wondering.
You thinking the luggage?
Like, what if they lost it?
Lost the cup.
Like, what if they lost the cup?
Crazy.
Oh, man.
I really don't
Like,
think
you better
that's
find that cup.
Shouldn't have flown Spirit. I don't understand why he's doing this. No, you gotta buy the cup a seat.
It looked like it was checked in. It's in a giant. It's in a like almost a band case.
Like I've seen people travel.
Yeah,
with
it's
their
always in a
surfboard.
bag case like that.
Yeah, I don't think you can get a seat for that thing unless like you're just having it
get a
out
whole row
and
for
about.
Should have its own plane, to be honest.
Oh man, like this is gonna like, is today gonna crawl? Is it gonna fly? What do you think? Like, I feel like today is like, once we're in the midst of the show, like I just wanted to be here already. Puck drop, let's go, dude.
I feel like we're working on the day of the Super Bowl.
It just feels
like, on a holiday,
like there's something you could just taste. A championship in the air tonight. The Cats with a chance to clinch back-to-back championships. And if that doesn't get your goosies flowing, you just must be dead inside. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, but we have just an unbelievable opportunity to see history in this city tonight. And it is just absolutely, absolutely amazing. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew, Chip.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't. What a run this has been. These Cats have been nothing but giving us thrill after thrill. They go put a beat down on them in their building with 1 day rest. Now you reset, refocus. And we got game 6 tonight. Game 6 tonight in the barn for the whole enchilada yet again. And then get that cup. You're taking it right to the Atlantic Ocean again. I don't want to hear squat from these keepers of the cup. All right. It's going to go wherever we choose, wherever we please. And it seems, ladies and gentlemen, it seems.
Uh-oh. We got news.
What's going on?
He's got news.
We got the right man for the job.
Oh, we did it.
We got the right man for the job to bang the drum tonight. Right. Because he put out the bat signal last night. And it appears
I have the goosies.
We're going to get back on that drum. None other than numero uno himself in the rafters. Bobby Lou. Goosies. Roberto Luongo says he's warming up in the bullpen. So get your rats ready. Goosies. Get your drink on, if you're of age. Mm-hmm. And get set for a party, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait.
I'm pumped.
I am pumped.
This is the pre-party. We've kicked off the pre-party.
This is going to be a night to remember.
Let's do it.
Maybe I'm looking ahead. Maybe I'm looking ahead, but I just feel like you just feel it in your bones, man.
Feel it in your bones.
This honestly could have been a sweep. It could have been a sweep.
Well,
it could have been a sweep.
I mean,
it certainly could have been a gentleman's sweep.
Certainly could.
It certainly could have been a gentleman's sweep.
Should have been.
And let me tell you something right now.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's made for the moment tonight. It just does.
I can just feel it in my loins.
Does. It feels like these Cats are gonna come out and Margos's loins.
My loin.
His loins.
Don't like that.
I'm sorry, but his loins are feeling a win tonight.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what I'm feeling.
We got Marchand on fire. We got Sam Bennett, the pucky bleeping blinder, going out there, lighting up the lamp like crazy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good pronunciation.
Sam Reinhart, Barkey, the whole lot of them. The Finn twins, Anton Lundell, Mr. Las Olas, Etulo Starinen.
Yeah.
We got the Polar Bear. Seth Jones are out there. This is all happening for us, baby. And of course, we got the man between the pipes. August. Sergei Bobrovsky. These boys know what to do tonight. They know what to do tonight. You guys know what to do tonight. You know to bring it. We're having fun all day here on 560 WQAM. You can hear the game here tonight. We'll take a break, but not a break from the fun. Yeah. Back after this.
Carter Hagee.
WQAM broadcast.
It's off Luostarinen, who grabs control of the puck, hands it out of the zone, and the Panthers start out. Bennett out of the box, maybe a 2-on-1. Yes, it is. Bennett, right circle, walks in, shot, and he scores! Fresh off serving the penalty. Sam Bennett takes the pass, bolts into the right circle, and the Panthers are up by a 4-3 score with 4:47 to go here in the second.
Oh, there you have Game 5, first round of the Cats. Does it all reach a crescendo tonight? Hello, Leroy.
Hello. Is this one of those games you're going to watch the first 5 minutes and get an idea of where the Panthers are versus where Edmonton is? Because the first 5 minutes of pretty much every game has pretty much told you what kind of game it's going to be.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the Cats have jumped out to a lot of leads and then have blown them too. So I don't think you could take any just start for an example, but that certainly was the case the last game.
Right.
So I think there is, there is a semblance from Game 5 to now, maybe. But we've seen some other ones that we've gotten out hot and heavy, and then that hasn't held. I hope that, because I feel like the Cats are going to come in juiced up tonight.
I think how much, and this is amazing to me because we've seen the Panthers over long series just beat their opponent up, wear them down, right? We've seen it over and over again the last couple of years. And I'm wondering how much of what they're saying about Edmonton is that they're tired, or is it because they're beat up? Right? Because you can't use that excuse forever. This is for the Stanley Cup.
I mean, everybody's beat up. I mean,
right.
Matthew Tkachuk's a day removed from telling you I didn't know I was going to play in the Tampa series.
No, I know.
That's
what I'm asking.
I think the biggest thing that they got going on right now, they don't seem to have a lot of faith in their game because they don't know which goalie to go to because they think that's going to make a difference.
Right.
And so it feels
Skinner back in.
I don't know if they've made that choice, but I think that's the trend everybody thinks it's going.
Why?
Because he's their guy, that's.
He's their guy until he wasn't.
He's their guy until he wasn't. But I think that I think that's probably where they're gonna. I would imagine he's gonna start now. And I think you just go down with Skinner. I think that's probably their logic on it. Is hey, we got the game from Pickard, and now we didn't get the game from Pickard, so we're gonna go back to Skinner. That would be my guess.
Is goalie one of those situations? If you have two goalies, you have no goalies.
like backup quarterback. The quarterback.
Yeah.
They just don't. No, you know what? They don't have Bob. That's what you just don't have. Sergei Bobrovsky.
Just can't compare.
You just don't have Sergei. You don't have a legend.
But the funny thing about it is that even in the same situations where Bob was struggling in stretches, Paul Maurice would come out and say, "Yeah, we got him out of the game, but he's our guy." We played the next game. Bob's going to be in between the pipes, and we're going to go from there, and that's it. Edmonton's never really said that.
Because it's one of these things where it's like these dummies on the broadcast who are they think they've solved something because hey, they go high on Bob. It's well, one, because it's impossible to get past his legs. He's a ninja between the pipes.
Right.
And second of all, I would think that you have Leon Draisaitl and you have Connor McDavid and you have, the offensive hub that they do. Yes, some are going to get by him every once in a while when he can't friggin' see or blast. It's going to happen. And that's what Paul Maurice's point was. He goes, these guys could give up 8 goals a game, and the goaltending has been amazing because of some of the saves they have to come up with.
Right.
So that's just the president. I think that Bob's superpower is, look, tonight could be a 5-4 game. But just my confidence in him as a goalie is, if he gives up the 4th, he's gonna be locked in to say, hey, if we get to overtime, I'm gonna shut that bleep down. Because how many times do we have to see it from him to know that he's gonna do it? His superpower is he doesn't get rattled. That's the thing. And I think with their thought process on Skinner's had a checkered past as a goalie, and he could either look like the best guy in the world or he looks like a bum. And
is it their fault though for not giving him that support? Because sometimes that would help. If
I'm
you're
up all
struggling and you're coach, it happens in all sports.
Maybe he could be Bob's backup next year. He can learn to be other goalie.
No,
Got Stolar's the Maple Leafs job.
he sure did.
Yeah, but I like our backup goalie. Doesn't he troll the other goalie? That's good. I like it.
Vanacek.
Yeah, that's
Because he literally has nothing to do.
yeah, he's a backup quarterback. Most like guy on the team.
They were
No,
like,
I think they like Bob more.
True.
I think they like Bob more. Bob has gotten them out of some very iffy situations over the course of this playoff.
this is it's very exciting. I can't wait to see tonight's action. When we were talking, when you were dealing with your pool fellow there, it seems like Bobby Lou is banging the drum tonight.
Okay.
Bobby Lou.
All right, that's it. We bring in Bobby Lou for the
Wow,
game
Leroy, you should
ender.
be more excited
Wait,
about
who
that.
banged the drum for Game 7 last year?
Bobby Lou.
Oh, there you go. See, I'm catching on to this.
You go, boy.
Good,
Think
good
gets
for you.
past you.
Good for you, man.
It only took me what 25 years out of the league to figure out fandom.
Hey, so hold on. Let's get back to task at hand. So, are you going tonight?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Did
That's,
this happen with Game 7 last year too, and you bowed
Yeah.
out?
yeah.
Get your ass to that game.
What are you doing, Leroy?
You don't want to see one of the coolest things in
Leroy,
sports?
it's not a thought.
I do. But here's
Put me in your pocket.
I'm gonna be annoyed if you don't go to the game.
Seriously.
Yeah.
no.
Maybe we can do the
If
trench
you-
coat.
You
If-
are the least excited
if-
person to have a ticket for
If
this
you
game.
if you give me any bull hunky like crowd or time,
Oh yeah.
Or
So-
getting out of the parking lot.
It's just right up the street.
it's
from your house.
literally you literally couldn't have an easier time getting to the you. What does it cost? $3 on Uber to get from your house to the
Uber one. They won't
arena?
come. They said the ride's too short.
yeah. Like just get your ass to the game tonight. What are you talking about, dude? That's a once in a sports fandom chance.
All right.
Who invited you?
Oh.
Who invited you? Who
Okay.
invited you? Who invited you?
It was Bernie.
I know who it
Kosar.
is.
Hey, bro.
Tay gonna be there.
Oh no.
Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed. Okay.
Unconfirmed. I believe TNT's Jackie Redmond
Yes.
was on McAfee yesterday saying that she heard that they were, but then had to walk it back a little bit because I guess they didn't want too much fanfare. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Listen though, if they go to the game and we lose,
Are they dead?
I mean, come on.
As far as fans are concerned, of course. Obviously,
Yeah,
we
of
love
course
Tay
it
Tay
is.
and
Hope she's
Travis.
alive. Everything.
I just mean, are they dead to Panthers fans?
yes, but I won't even wish that because we're gonna win tonight, so it doesn't matter.
Stop
But
bringing stuff up.
if they do,
I'd be looking at them
I
differently.
would say that's not a great run.
Yeah.
2 Panthers games. Now the Panthers have been much more dominant on the road this year.
yeah, set a record. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to
They
reserve judgment.
tied the record because remember before the last game, Tobin said, "I hope they don't have to break the
Yeah,
record."
they don't have to break the record.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, so
Uh,
they tied the record.
Well, it's one of the things is like I'll take winning the cup wherever. I don't care, but I would love to see them once again just take the cup to the ocean. Like that's what I want. I want tomorrow a bunch of hungover cats.
Tomorrow.
Well,
This
yeah,
just
tomorrow.
seems like a hockey team that's not going to go right to the elbow room after the game.
I don't know what room they're going to go to.
Well, they're gonna be hungover anyway tomorrow.
It feels like they're going to go to. They're going to go from Rainforest Cafe to every booby bar to elbow room that takes and take the cup with them. I don't know. That cup's going to see some things tonight. If they
elbow room's going to send a text to Kachuk. Yes, we are
The
open.
table is ready.
already.
Yes, we have a special table for the cup and for Kachuk.
You think Kachuk just like says, "Hey, I have a reservation to make for Stanley." Just
Lord Stanley, come
That's-
on in.
that is tough.
No
oh,
reservation needed.
what a time, man! What a time to be
Oh,
alive.
I'm excited, and
You don't look excited.
Yeah.
Are you going to the game or what?
Come on.
Come on, Leroy, make a choice.
Let's
Go
go.
Right
to
now.
the game.
no.
Go to the
Yeah,
game.
give me the ticket.
Go to the game. Go to the game.
That was solid. Did you sneak something in there, JFig?
I don't
You know,
know.
that's not really supposed to be a reaction. I'm just saying.
He's bumming me out.
Come on.
So,
All right.
so sorry.
Listen to the boy.
So sorry you have to be burdened with seeing a championship.
I want to
Hey,
go to the game.
Be right back.
This is such a bastard.
This
Get out of here.
guy, he is.
What a
I'm gonna ban him from the show today.
he's trying my patience.
solid goaltending today by him.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to the game. I'm not that special.
There's gonna be some other solid gold in the Cats' future tonight.
Yeah.
That's probably too far for him. Where is that over there?
Hmm.
What?
Not too far from here, right?
I think solid gold is close from here. What would be the place they would go to in Broward? Cheetah?
Broward,
Probably Cheetah, right?
Yeah, Cheetah for sure.
Tootsie?
One of the Cheetahs. Yeah, Tootsie. No, Tootsie's too
Too
far.
far.
Too far south.
So far, seems like Cheetah's right up their alley.
So you know what? I'll go and I'll wait for them at Cheetah.
Hey, a couple of big cats,
You know?
Panthers and Cheetahs.
Just waiting for my team.
You're so generous
Just waiting for
with
my
your
team.
time.
I'll reserve a spot.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the.
Hopefully, no boobs on the ground.
Hopefully, hopefully not.
That's why I wore my boots today.
Ah.
Speaking of, Exotica is returning to Miami Airport Convention Center on June 27th to the 29th. You can win a 4-pack of tickets to go. For your chance to win, go to the contest page at WQAM.com and enter.
Solid. Didn't know ad-libbing, you know,
Yeah.
just straight up.
It's going to be Exotica tonight, though, dude. I'm going to tell you something right now. Technically, this isn't the liner.
Yeah.
It's going to be Exotica tonight in the Cats Barn.
It's easy. I love that kid. Is he gonna be in the building?
Oh, he's gonna.
Whatever
should be
happened to that
building.
kid?
He grew up.
He's mature. He's
He's
13.
matured.
He's got hair on his chest. Can't be shirtless.
Is he
everywhere.
like what's that the kid who's always at the fights? Is it Hezbollah?
Oh,
Hezbollah, who's like actually 27 years old and they treat him like a baby.
I love it.
I think Mike Tyson like carried him like a baby.
Didn't he like squeeze his cheeks and everything?
This kid's like, I have car insurance, sir.
What, sir?
We'll take a break. Back after this.
Kulikov here on the near side. Gives out to Marchand to the far circle. A shot, and they score! It deflects out front, and the Panthers have won it in overtime. 5-4 the final score. The Panthers take game 3. Brad Marchand gets it to the net, and the Panthers win it in overtime tonight.
Oh, the rat finding the cheese.
That Brad Marchand, though.
He's good.
He's good.
He's good.
He's tough.
I can't believe Boston. You guys really didn't appreciate him. You disrespectful rat bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I want to see him in the Atlantic Ocean tonight.
Just love when they shoot the rats at him. So
Yeah.
adorable. Did you see when Brad Marchand's daughter was waiting for him coming out of the tunnel?
Yeah.
I thought it was
That's a
just a
good-
random girl, but it's his daughter?
Daughter,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
his daughter.
Oh.
Just random girl there that he just
He just
yanked.
kissed on the head.
That he just
Well, I
yanked.
thought he was doing that little thing that he always does, on the eyes.
No, I think that was.
That was very sweet video, though.
Marchand.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Did you see the story that went viral yesterday, where apparently Brad Marchand he left his garage open, and his neighbor closed it for him, and left him a message on his Ring camera, like his ring light, and he goes, "Hey man, you left your garage open. I closed it for you." He's obviously focused on kicking the Oilers' ass.
For sure,
Slipped
for
his
sure.
mind. Or maybe he was just going to, Chick-fil-A. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently Brad Marchand saw that message and gave the guy tickets for tonight's game.
Okay, where does he live so I can go close his garage
No,
for
you can't.
him?
You can't just copy
Open it.
that.
Brad,
I'll open it.
I want tickets.
Can somebody get JFig
Can
tickets?
somebody get me tickets? I will be the best.
You might as well.
person.
Are you just going to use today's show just to angle for tickets?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good,
who
though.
better to give it to than me?
That's well.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
there's
any
a
one of
lot
you two,
other-
I wouldn't be so mad about.
I appreciate it.
But me,
Okay.
I'm
all
a
right, that's fair.
starfish.
Who has made a
You can't just say, I'm the starfish, and that gets you tickets.
I think you
Okay,
can.
every time I go to a game, we win. So just put me there.
Ooh.
Is
Put
that
me
true?
in,
I feel like
coach.
the last game you went to,
Actually,
they
no.
lost.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
I think
They've only lost once when I've been there, but
She's
I've
lying
gone to so
now.
many games. They've all won.
Yeah, so here was the story from Beating the Bookie. It says, how good of a guy is Brad Marchand? He lives across the street from a friend the other day, left his garage door open. My friend closed it for him and left him a Ring message. He then returned the favor with free tickets to
Wow.
Game 6 tomorrow night. Great guy.
that is a great guy. What I would have done.
Come on, Brad, give me tickets.
This is not mature.
You can mic me
this
up
is
too
not
if you want.
mature.
This is great.
Sorry.
She's badgering him on game
You
day.
really are badgering. You're badgering people for
Like
the
if
hardest
he has
ticket to
better
get.
things to do today.
Yeah, of course. Right?
Like win the
Focused. Hey, Leroy.
What's up?
Boy.
You tell us, dude.
Bad. I had a salt cell
Oh,
put in like 2 years ago, and it went bad.
Oh.
So it wasn't producing any chlorine.
I feel like your pool guys are just messing with you.
Yeah, you
They
gotta
find
change,
entertainment. in
I don't know
your-
why they would mess with me. It's under warranty. So they're just doing useless work,
They're just trying to get hours.
I guess. They're going to get hours regardless because they go to the calls.
Let's get to the road to repeat here. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
Your Stanley Cup winning Florida Panthers.
Again, I don't
I feel like you should probably put like the year in
on
front
the
of
verge.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, your 2024
Yeah.
Stanley Cup
How about we
champion.
just do the Florida Panthers until
It's
tomorrow?
just one more
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah,
It's really
One
just
more
one
day.
Because I was told
By
Vlad-
Vlad.
Yeah,
By
Vlad.
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 when
Like, I
neither
don't-
one of you two knuckleheads were here.
He
Oh no,
doesn't need-
Marcos
he
was
doesn't-
here.
We
Marcos
were
was
here.
Okay.
And
He
he
doesn't
said,
make the
I'm
rule.
disrespecting the Panthers by not acknowledging.
Too late though.
Okay, but we've been doing a thing. It's over.
He's a Rangers fan. You can't trust him.
Should be the-
Reigning Stanley Cup champs, idiot.
Okay, well, that's
no,
not what
that-
you said.
That's good
Not,
though.
not, I
Why are
know.
you calling an idiot? That was
not-
you.
No, not the idiot part.
Okay, well, either way.
I'm trying here, guys. I'm
You're
trying.
not trying because
You're
you
not
don't-
trying.
You don't want to go to the
You
game.
haven't tried at all.
You need to tell the who wants to go.
You haven't tried. This has been your show today. You came out here. We were guns blazing. You're like, your mic didn't work. And then your second part was, maybe I'll go to the game tonight. JFig is out here going to jump out a window to go to the game.
Jump off the
And
building.
you're sitting here being like, maybe I'll go to the game. You know, like, listen, if you have the opportunity to go tonight
You go.
for
You
a
don't even
chance to
question
see
it.
history, you always tell me I appreciate greatness.
I do.
Apparently, only from your hot tub.
Appreciate it on the ice. I have a headache.
You better get your ass over to Rainforest Cafe today.
Here's
All right,
the
you
deal.
have a tree frog margarita, and that you get your ass over to the arena.
What the hell's a tree frog margarita?
Made it up. I don't know what their signature
It's a
drink
green
is.
margarita.
Don't know what their signature.
You know what they say
drink
about
I don't like margaritas.
I know
Don't
you
you
don't
have
like.
to drink them out of the little?
No, sometimes they put them in an old fashioned glass now.
What
if
do
you
they
go
say
to
about
a hit
margaritas?
place.
What do they say about margaritas?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, all right, cool. And aren't they always green?
No.
Oh,
Well, you can have many flavors.
true.
Yeah,
I
strawberry
like
margarita.
strawberry ones.
They're like
Oh,
Celsius in a
that's
lot of
cool.
ways.
With tahini.
Yeah, gets the job done.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Go to the
ladies.
game. Don't be a hypocrite. I'm not being a hypocrite.
Don't sigh when they give you tickets. Like,
Oh,
I didn't sigh.
Can't be burdened with
I
going
didn't
to the
sigh.
game.
I didn't sigh. My response was, "I'll let you know." I have another hour or so.
How about you just say yes?
Before they
Say
expire?
yes.
Just
Hey, look at me.
So I
Say
told him I'd let him know by 12.
But
he
why?
can
Why
get
can't you
somebody
just? Why can't you just say
Why
yes?
12
What are you waiting
specifically?
for? What's
Because it's just one ticket.
What circumstances are going to
Okay,
change?
let's go.
Yeah, and so what? You're a hobnobber. There's nothing you love more than talking to strangers.
It's true.
What?
You love
And
talking to
food-
strangers more than
food
people
will
you
probably
know.
be included anyway if you're going to be in a suite.
Think of
Yeah.
all the people you could fat shame at a Stanley Cup Final game.
Plus, the
Time of your life.
The Hawk and Crowder people are going to be there, I believe. With you can mingle with Crowder or something like that.
Yeah. What a time to be alive, ladies.
What a
and
What a
gentlemen.
time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. But Brad Marchand,
time
what a
to have
guy.
this luck.
What a guy!
What a
indeed.
guy. What a guy.
That's
Okay.
I mean, his neighbor's nice too, because I would have put on full goalie uniform and stood in front of his open garage.
You imagine Brad Marchand having goalie gear in his garage?
No, but
No,
as soon as
he was going to dress
no,
us
it's
one.
mine. Yeah, because I live across the street from him,
Mhm.
so now I purchase it immediately and I protect his garage.
I think that'll be I think because we're mobile, right?
Wait, it's not. It's
So
the
you're-
sound effects that get
Let
me.
me get this.
Because
You
none
think
of that
instead
sounds like hockey.
You think instead of closing Brad Marchand's garage, what you're going to
Yeah.
do is go in full goalie gear.
Yep.
Are you going to stand as a goalie like Bobrovsky, or are you going to be in a lawn chair just sitting there till he gets home?
I'm gonna be ready to go at all times in case someone.
You don't think the ring camera's then going to be like, hey, this psycho is sitting in front of my garage, and that's going to lead to the cops getting called?
protect and serve?
What?
He's like, I'm not stealing nothing.
Well, you
I'm
have a stick.
protecting.
Nothing's getting past me. Will I have a stick?
And a helmet.
Couldn't afford the stick.
Brad Marchand
Fine.
pulls up back from Publix, and he goes, "What the hell's going on?
What's going on here, sir?
What the hell's going on,
Sir,
here?
please leave.
Sir, you are harassing my property
You don't think I'm gonna get tickets that way?
by wearing full goalie gear?
Yeah, but protecting
but
his
he's
garage.
protecting.
Well, you're gonna have to explain to him.
Mm.
You left the garage open. I protected it, and he's gonna be like, "Why are you dressed like a goalie?"
But he's going to leave a message
Mhm.
in the ring camera
She
and
gets
say,
it.
"Don't worry, I'm going to protect."
Yeah, but in
your
this case,
garage."
okay, but
Yeah.
Because he couldn't find the button. He's Marcos. Let's think about it.
Okay.
He's Marcos. He couldn't find the button to close the garage. So what did he do?
yeah, but in Frog,
became a goalie.
but in Frog Boy's case, like he's gonna be in full goalie gear while sending the ring light, and again, that's gonna make me feel like if this is my home, it's under attack by a psycho hockey
Oh,
fan.
no, it's safe.
I just think that's something along the lines of this is what you'll hear as you're going. Sir, you're
He's making sure no
trespassing.
bugs
The police
go in the
officers are on their
garage.
way.
Come on.
That probably would get the cops called.
It's probably just gonna like set off. Yeah, he's gonna set off the alarm just to scare you off.
And then your
Oh.
other neighbors are going to come out and say, leave, idiot.
They'll get a taser.
But I got my goalie gear on.
What does that
That
mean?
don't stop a taser.
You know how hot it would be to wear goalie gear in this heat right now? You would pass out while you were on watch.
Oh, but how honorable would that be?
I don't know.
Risking
Because
your
now we're
life
going to
for
come
that.
back and Brad Marchand is going to find you passed out in
Yeah.
goalie gear in front of his garage.
You could have closed it. You just could have closed it, sir. But it's not safe, Bradley. But it's not
He's
safe.
going to think of this.
Oh, maybe he'll give him tickets because he gets so hot and dehydrated.
Oh, there we go.
He doesn't want to get sued or anything.
I'm pretty sure if he passed out in goalie gear in front of his garage, he's not getting tickets. What he's going to get is escorted to the hospital with an IV.
And then
How long? Wait, Marcos.
Yeah.
Out of all seriousness,
Mm-hmm.
how long do you think you could last outdoors
Yeah,
in
goalie gear,
hockey gear?
13
Full
minutes.
hockey gear.
13 minutes.
Because wait a minute.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bob?
Oh, sweat.
And he's on ice.
You know he loses 20 pounds a game.
So
Yeah,
in
I
this
was with you
case,
until I wasn't.
are you putting on skates as well with like the rubber guards, or are you just going sneaks?
Well, I spent all my money on the goalie equipment, so now I just have those shoes that have wheels on the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that what they're called? Wheelies?
wheelies.
Yeah.
So I run to
So
one.
you're
side.
going rollerblades.
No rollerblades.
No rollerblade, just the rolly skate, the rolly
Street
shoes.
rolly
hockey,
sneakers.
man.
Do
Yep.
kids still wear those?
Don't think so.
They had a good run.
But
They
I'm
did have a
agile.
good run.
See, because
I remember our whole family had them, and we went to Disney.
Big in the sawgrass.
Mm,
No, they're banned now. That's why
Well,
they
yeah.
probably win the tank.
yeah, I got them all though.
Stupid kids are
Can
wheeling
we
around
can
all
we
over the
ban
place.
these 2cc motorbikes that ride through Davie?
Oh yeah,
You could try,
those are dangerous.
but usually when you try to take a motorized stuff away from people in Davie, consequences, dude.
Like taking their guns.
You haven't even been able to take their horses.
I don't know, but we got a fancy horse in our area.
Oh,
He's in the grass across the street doing all this practice.
Will any Panther fan be on?
Oh, like Marcos?
Yeah, yeah.
Will any Panther fan be on horseback celebrating tonight? Just
No, you know why?
taking their
The
trusty
horses are going to
steed.
be on the barn because they want to blow stuff up.
Are there
Oh,
any
yeah.
brave horses that can take explosives?
That, clearly, nobody cares in this area because 4th of July.
I gotta celebrate my cats by blowing things up.
yeah. Which, by the way, Leroy fireworks shopping next week.
Yeah, not next week. We got a while. We got a ways.
Well, you got to get the go ahead sales.
Mm-hmm.
No, they go on sale during the holidays.
We really got 2 weeks, Leroy. It's not too much time.
Plotting.
I tell you what, me and Marco spent an entire show watching videos of what the fireworks do.
Yeah.
Plotted our course. I was leaving as he was getting there.
You think that'll be cool if I bring Roman candles to Fort Lauderdale Beach tonight? People will love it. They'll be like,
I think they'll
wow.
have fun. Are you gonna shoot them into the ocean?
Yeah, like I won't shoot them at people.
Roman
but-
Candle's the one that like shoots the
Yeah,
colored
you hold it.
fireballs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where people get the most injured because they try to do fancy stuff with it.
I don't know.
And says
Probably.
now all his neighbors will be competing for ticks. It would be just great, like acts of service for Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
They take out his garbage. That's very sweet.
Ooh.
Brad.
Look, I did.
I hosed down your patio.
Gonna pressure wash.
Oh
his
my
driveway.
God. Yes, I was going to say that.
He's
Lend it
like,
to me.
he's like, guys, the season's over. There are no more tickets.
That's it. Well, next season, you know.
Ticket season.
He's like, I get you tickets against the Utah Mammoth. Guys gonna be like, I don't want Mammoth
I don't
tickets.
want that.
Keith said I was a
He goes, no.
garbage.
Maybe the guy was the one who opened the garage and then closed it.
Oh, so like
Devious.
you think that like he left like a piece of like cardboard to keep it from going down,
Yeah,
and he goes, Brad. Just to let you know, buddy,
pretty
it
good.
saved your house's life.
Now, had he had a goalie in front of there, then that guy would have never got through.
Where do you think you go get goalie gear? Where do you think you're going to do this? Like, are you going to Sports Authority in your mind, or not Sports Authority, Dick's in your mind? Sports
No,
Authority.
no. He's going to the facility because they have a store there, guys.
He's going to
Yeah,
the
and buy the most expensive
Yeah.
hockey gear ever?
No, way.
yeah.
I was gonna go to Goodwill, but okay.
You think that in any of the Goodwills
Wait,
down here?
so you gotta go to Goodwill and they gotta have a full
Yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Bobrovsky. Just sitting-
Yeah, no, it's
You'd be lucky to find catcher's gear down here,
Like
let
I said,
alone.
go to the ice then.
you know, there's
You
stores,
can return it.
there's
You can
stores
Mhm.
that what is it? Played Against Sports,
Is
where
Played
all
Against-
they do is buy and sell used gear.
Is Played Against Sports still a thing?
Played Against Sports. Didn't know that was a thing.
You should know it's a thing.
I don't
at the
think
name.
Play It Against Sports exists anymore. He is right. They did sell a lot of hockey stuff at Play It Against
Yes.
Sports back in the day, but I don't think they still exist.
Aha. Closest one is in Charlottesville, Virginia. If I leave now.
We'll take a break. Our Tua is next.
We got to get on to ice hockey.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to.
You got the lead, boys. You got the lead, Chuckles.
This is a monumental moment in my life.
Cat Fever! What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6 tonight. Panthers, Oilers. You all right, JFig?
I got cat fever. Sorry.
Hairball.
I'm back.
Panthers back at it tonight. Let us get to our headlines here, which is brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia models in inventory like the Sportage, Sorrento, and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. You got that game tonight, 8 o'clock from Amarant Bank Arena. And, of course, you can hear that right here, 560 WQM. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay on the call. And all your coverage here tonight. Boots on the ice. I'm Leroy. Maybe I'll go to the game. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'm not sure if I want to go. Oh, I think I'll be allowed. Maybe I'll just stay in my hot tub. That's you.
I want to be floating in my jacuzzi.
Wow.
It's a moment in South Florida sports history.
Oh my God, government, I gotta go to
Those
the
cats are
game.
playing a game tonight.
Imagine if I have to. What is it, a Tuesday?
I'm Leroy and I'm famous.
Not
Too much. I didn't know we were still doing it.
Dade South has got an exclusive photo of Marcos in front of Brad Marchand's garage.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly how I pictured
Is that
it.
not impressive though?
Except the garage door needs to be open.
Yeah. Who
Come
would
on, guys.
who would defend a closed garage State South? That's just crazy.
Well, what you're doing there is just trespassing. You have no purpose there.
Yeah, but watch this.
He didn't
I
move.
feel like McDavid just got past you.
Yeah, he's quick though.
He is quick. He is quick.
Nothing I can do about that one.
Man. Also, last night, NBA Finals, the Thunder beat the Pacers yesterday. Tyrese Haliburton, he had a rough one. He's got a banged up calf. He tried to play through it. The great intangibles himself, TJ McConnell, brought the Pacers back, and then Rick Carlisle said, "That's enough old intangibles. I'm going to stick Limpy out there."
Limpy?
Well, he's not. What do you mean, dude? He
Limpy?
very clearly couldn't play yesterday, and then you got Carlisle who goes, "Nah, he's going to deke him out."
He's got like 3 game winners though. You
I
can't call him
understand. He couldn't
Limpy.
play. He's got
Yeah,
a messed calf.
but
Limpy.
here, where we are in sports right now. If he didn't go back out there, right? How many former players, or this sounds like a Stephen A. argument, you give whatever you can give.
Stephen A. Smith said yesterday on the air, "I'm glad that he's hurt because at least now he's got a reason to stink up the joint." Something like that. I was like, what? You played solitaire last game. You didn't watch him out in that game either.
That's crazy. I don't mess with injuries. Oh, by the way, I got a torn rotator cuff.
We found that out
You
yesterday.
told us
Dude.
yesterday.
You told us.
Yeah. Oh, did I? All right.
Is that what's gonna stop you from going to the game today?
I got
Yeah,
something for
I
that.
think your rotator cuff's just fine to watch hockey.
You don't gotta move that much.
Avoid doing the wave though. That'll hurt.
No, that's not the wave.
That's not the wave. What are you doing? You look like you're doing Shakira.
What is this?
I think you just did Lelo Lele Lole.
Leroy
Wait a minute. What sporting events have you ever been to where they did the wave like that?
I do my own thing, Leroy. I am my own person. Okay, I do what I want. I do what I
Okay, so now we're getting mad at the wave.
Can't even do the wave.
You lashing out against the wave.
I'm just mad. I'm not going to the game.
Wow.
Sorry.
She's fired up though.
I'm not mad at you, Leroy. I'm mad at
You
myself.
shouldn't be this mad though. Like,
I mean, you could ask.
Who? There's no one.
But you're very mad as if like, did you miss out on tickets? Like you're very angry. Like I would never be this mad at something.
In our building, we always miss out.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not.
Mad.
Did you ask? Did you make the ask?
I learned my lesson.
I asked for credentials and I didn't get them.
I learned my lesson a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't ask. You'll be lied to, duped, and you'll end up in a worse situation than you were before you asked. So
They
I
gave
don't
me
ask.
floor seats.
They look at you different when you ask.
Yeah, I was offered floor seats, but
I'm riding the Zamboni tonight.
Parking, and I don't
Really?
want to go.
Doesn't that thing have a weight limit?
Wow. What a rat bastard.
Leroy.
What a rat bastard. You couldn't even be like creative with it. You just went just straight fat ass on that one, huh? Congratulations. Hey, bully for you, buddy. Bully for you. You've really grown since Lent. What a religious man. What a religious man. You know what? Don't go to the game tonight. Sit in your lonesome. Speaking of being a fat ass, by the way, man, did I eat yesterday?
Oh,
because I took the wifey out for a dinner. Man,
Where'd you go?
What'd you eat?
Went to this place called Pink Steak in West Palm.
Pink steak.
It's flamingo themed.
Oh,
Kind of looks like a
Vice Shirt Friday.
Yeah, like bad grandma wallpaper, but there's something about it.
Okay.
That's
You want to know
charming.
when you go to a fancy place?
Yeah.
When they pour the soup in at your table. That's a fancy restaurant move.
What soup was
Wait.
it?
Whoa.
Very dim lighting.
We have two. These guys have two. I'm looking at it like this. You ate soup?
Yeah.
What kind of soup though?
I'm pretty
Coconut lobster bisque.
Whoa.
I knew it had to be a thicker
Oh
consistency.
yeah.
I don't like seafood, but that sounds good.
It is, but you know what? They try and do a move where they show you off the lobster and they don't put it in the soup. And then they pour the soup at the table. And I was like, that's good.
Ooh.
I didn't really understand the point of the coconut, to be honest with you, because all I did
It's
was
just fancy.
Well, yeah, it was just a move. Like they could have just said lobster bisque, but they tried to foof it up by making it Florida.
That's right.
And they're just like, it's coconut. And all it was, the lobster bisque itself, delicious, but there was just chunks of coconut in there. And I was like,
not chunks of lobster?
There was chunks of lobster too.
Cute. That's very Florida.
It was very Florida.
Very South Florida.
Yeah, they had like old timey.
It kind of looks like an old VFW.
I don't know what is that.
What is a VFW?
You know
We're not
the
fancy. What is up?
where they have the little clubs. You know, I guess they don't have them anymore.
Well, I feel like a speakeasy is like Herbs and Rye. Like you can barely see. That's a speakeasy.
Oh my goodness! Let me tell you, Herbs and Rye, you can't see nothing in there.
Yeah, you have to have the vision of a raccoon to be in there.
I went to a speakeasy. Well, no, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Amelia's. I couldn't see. I had to use my flashlight.
Man, though, I'll tell you what, you pour that lobster bisque right from the table, because he brought it to me and I was like, hey man, where's the soup? Because I thought like, did you guys trick me? Is this like some fancy thing I've never heard of? And he goes, aha. And it was like a goblet of soup that he poured into the bowl of soup. Wow, that's fancy.
Well, besides the soup, what else did you have?
Did you call him garçon?
No, I didn't call him garçon. He wasn't French.
Was there a bell whenever you needed your waiter?
No.
Small bottles of Tabasco.
Do people do that?
What?
They should.
No, that's only you child.
Just love it.
This dude went to one of the best restaurants in South Florida.
Yeah.
Didn't eat no seafood, and smuggled out little hot sauces.
So it was so cute.
Dade South says
He's not allowed there anymore.
Leroy needs to be more creative. You're supposed to say Tobin rides the ham bony.
Ooh.
That's a point.
That's how you fat shame.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Maybe.
Anyway, Jalen Williams had 40 yesterday for OKC.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he looked unstoppable.
They're a win away from the championship. We call that the cat seat. That's what we're
The cat bird seat.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
we don't say that.
No, if we say bird around you, we get nervous.
Get crazy.
We'll take a break. More to come here, including
Mm?
some new deets on the Durant pursuit. We'll get to that and other stuff next.
Hobnobbing.
Hobnobbing.
You see what it is? I've been so early today. It's crazy.
Listen, Figgy got here before the show started, sat down. You know what? We constantly give you
hell
whenever you're late. So therefore, we
you
gotta
never
give you
applaud me at my
flowers.
best. That's why I do the bad things.
You know what?
Really?
Because I just
no positive reinforcement.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But
Oh,
it's
so if I
important
would have
to-
said, "Oh, look, Jennifer's on time," why do you always mess with me?
Because you say it out loud on the air. You just say it to me in person, without the microphone on.
But now you have an opportunity. Now you have an opportunity to praise her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was here.
You've done more show than me today.
I know.
Look at that.
Look at that.
She's pumped up, man. She's trying to win those tickets. As if there's like
Len just offered me tickets for the night.
That's a liar. Leonard!
Wow.
Come over here.
First of all,
He goes,
I
I heard.
I
heard you
know
wanted to
damn
go to
well
the
that's a
games."
lie. Because ain't nobody ain't nobody in that building ever come to us and say, "Would you guys like to go to the game?"
If I dress up like Crowder,
What?
Yeah.
would I be able to get in the building?
Just say you're Solana.
I was gonna say of all
No.
the ones you pick, you couldn't. Maybe even
Like
Jimmy
Crowder, you went with
If
the
I-
Crowder.
What if I dressed up like Hockman?
yeah. Just put on an oversized hoodie and a dad hat, and you'll be all right. I think you can
go.
pass.
I could do that.
I think you can pass. You'll be all right. So Kevin Durant was the Kevin Durant news turns every single day. Yesterday, we learned that he doesn't want to go to Minnesota. That appears to be the same place, although that appears to be the team that the Suns want to trade him to the most. And the report yesterday from The Athletic was they're trying to get Kevin Durant to warm up to the idea of going to Minnesota. I don't know. I mean, like, I think the old don't like to be cold, and I don't think he wants to go to Minnesota.
Can I just tell you what happens in Minnesota in the winter is beyond cold. Like, I've gotten up mornings and was just mad because it was so cold. Like, think about this. I remember we had a stretch to where they put the heater on in the indoor building for 2 straight days over the weekend because we had an away game and they knew it was going to be cold. 2 straight days as high as it would go. And when we got to practice on Wednesday in the indoor building, it was 30 degrees, and that was 60 degrees warmer than the wind chill outside.
That's not for me, dog.
So when people talk about cold, that is a different level cold. You're just angry.
It's understandable why he wouldn't want to go live there. I mean, now they can still trade him. He doesn't have a no trade clause. He could not stay there.
But his move is that he won't sign the extension.
He won't sign the extension. But there's
And that's-
also
so now you got a who was it in Toronto? You got a
Kawhi situation.
A Kawhi situation.
Right. Apparently they're keen on the idea. I guess the thought is that they're keen on the idea of getting Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle, and like that's what they're happy with. They don't want development guys. They're not, I guess, from the Heat standpoint, there's reports out of Phoenix from Gambo from 95.7 there that says that the Heat's package that's currently on the table will not likely get it done. It's unlikely to get it done. Now, I don't know what's in that package. They could have been offering Duncan Robinson, Rozier, and a poo-poo platter. I don't know what they're offering. He did say that they apparently the word is they don't like Wiggins and that they're not that keen on Ware, which I was surprised by. I would have figured that Khalil Ware is like, well, gets on. I don't even know if the Heat are offering Khalil Ware. Right. But the other thing that was reported yesterday is the numero uno team he wants to go to is the Spurs. They don't seem that into giving up getting Kevin Durant, especially for what they're asking, because apparently the Suns are pulling like I think Zach Lowe reported today that they asked for the number 2 pick or Stephon Castle for him, and they're like, rookie of the year, the number 2 pick for 37-year-old. Yeah, okay, kick rocks. So like none of the offers are that sweet right now for him, and in fact, there's a report this morning. Shout out to Drew Starr, by the way, who's doing yeoman's work from Arizona Central, their beat reporter there, and it says the Suns have quote no leverage because of Kevin Durant's age and wants a fresh start elsewhere. They may be placing too high a value on Kevin Durant and may have to reduce their asking price, which when all this stuff
sounds about right. A 37-year-old on the last year of his contract that somebody's going to have to pay.
Who's awesome.
2 additional years without, and then you want young assets too. Yeah. And they don't even really want young assets.
It does. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like what they want the most is if they want a young asset, they want a blue chip asset. I don't know if, and we don't even know what the Heat are offering. I imagine the Heat's offer is not that great. I mean, like, I think the Heat are the Heat are also aware. I guess the question is for the Heat, like, do the Heat do something that's an all-in offer, which is like 3 first-round picks for Kevin Durant? I doubt they're going to do that. I don't think that they're going to do that.
I wouldn't.
So that's where we're at right now. It seems right now that the Suns made their high ask. The only offer that it seems that they're super interested in is the Timberwolves offer, but the Timberwolves reportedly want Kevin Durant to want to be there. He doesn't, and this is where we're at right now.
So I don't think they're in a position to demand assets and trade KD somewhere where even if he doesn't like it, he just says, I just won't sign the extension. And the other team that trades the assets would be happy with that.
Or even if you just get him and he's miserable there. Like,
but I don't care how miserable KD is. I have never had to worry about that man going on the basketball court and playing basketball.
Yeah, but they're worried about, like, if the word is the Wolves are worried about it.
Yeah, they could be worried about it, but all I have up to this point is all the situations that he's been in. And even when he wasn't happy with the situation, i.e. Brooklyn or whatever, at no point in time did he not play basketball. Did he go in it and do so? That's all I'm going by.
I get you, but also if you're going to make a move like this in your Minnesota, you want it to feel like
you want some assurances that he's going to be all in. But I would say, like, look at Toronto. They didn't have any assurances, right? In fact, some thought Kawhi wasn't going to show up.
Yeah, but for the whole Toronto thing's a little bit, it's still a little bit different. First of all, Kawhi Leonard was in the prime of his career. Like you're sitting there and it's like you were at that point running your head against the wall, legitimately the best team in the East every year and getting your head kicked in by LeBron every series. Like you did have to try something differently. And that team, and the Spurs also were in a spot where they were like, all right, well, we're going to take DeMar DeRozan for him. So
you think the Heat are in a situation where they're not one player away. So they can't really afford to trade too much of their future because they're not just a player away?
I think that's part of it for sure. Like, I don't think that he can look at this and be like, hey, we've been in the West Finals the last 2 years. I mean, obviously they've been, eliminated in the first round the last 2 years. And it's got to be like, you got to be sure that him, Bam, and Tyler, or KD, Bam, and Tyler is going to be something that carries you far. Right. And I don't know if you can guarantee that.
Right. This is not a situation where they had D Wade and then they added, but you already had D Wade. Like is there, as currently constructed, would you say there's a bona fide star on this team? Like a guy who on a nightly basis can be that guy that we've seen throughout the playoffs and on a lot of these teams?
I mean, Bam can be a piece to a winning team, but no, he's not going to be the go-to guy as a scorer.
Is Tyler like
he hasn't proven it,
right? So
he hasn't proven it.
So when you look at all these other deals, that people are making, they have a star and they want to add another star. Right?
Houston doesn't really have a star right now. Like that's
No,
their kind, but they feel like they're you know, their roster's more well-rounded. They obviously have they seem like they have a rising star and maybe Amen Thompson, and
Right.
Şengün's a very good player, but you know, I think
But that's so what we're saying is
they were second in the West. The Heat were 10th in the East.
right. So what I'm saying is this is that so you can clearly see if you're Houston, we make this KD deal work, we're in the mix. We're there.
Yeah, probably.
And so I'm saying that the farther away you get from that, the less inclined you're going to have a team to mortgage a whole lot of their future.
What's wrong,
right?
Jennifer?
So when you look at like San Antonio, how far is San Antonio?
What? Hold on. Jennifer just got like really down in the dumps. What happened?
My computer restarted.
Oh, okay. I thought like somebody else got tickets.
I don't want to hear if anyone has tickets.
You know, Len
Do
just
not
actually
talk to
popped
me
in
about it.
here.
Oh,
and
he got my
asked if I
tickets?
wanted to go to the game. He said, "Hey, I got Tobin some tickets. Would you like some tickets as well?"
Oh,
But I don't
Let's go
know.
ahead and
We going together?
discriminate against
Hey.
only girls.
Hey.
Mikey.
First of all, I know for a fact
Yeah.
that is a 100% lie
What?
because you all know that we do a show that's not included in any of the reindeer games. No free
You know who's-
tickets, no tickets to the suite.
You know who's not included in the reindeer games? You, Sergei Bobrovsky.
Ooh.
Come on, Leroy.
Ooh.
Play with the bit, dude.
Come on, man.
Even I knew that was a bit, Leroy.
Look, she's on Tobin's.
Mhm.
Hey, listen.
Back to your station.
She's pumped up today. I like it.
We'll take a break. Play a little Damage is Done, my friend. Next.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Shop massive savings on a massive
Gone the day.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. I'll have to sneak, JFig. You're already on camera.
Slam the door, too.
So, you guys familiar with Arina Sabalenka?
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Are we? Okay.
She
lost the French Open finals.
Right. She lost to Coco
yes.
Gauff.
Oh, she was being mean.
And she was being a baby,
Okay,
dude.
Oof. All right.
She was
So
being
glad you
a
said that.
baby.
Finger on the dumb
Scared
button.
me.
She was being a big baby saying like, oh, I lost it. She didn't win it. Well, she has come out now
Uh-oh.
and says that she absolutely regrets what she said and that it was completely unprofessional. And I want to tell her
Mm-hmm.
the damage is done, my friend.
Whoa!
You don't come back 2 weeks later and say it. You should have said it right then and there. The damage is done, my friend. You ruined the moment. Sore losers are sore losers in the moment. Don't sit here after reflecting for a couple weeks and be like, oh, that didn't come off good. Because everybody's calling you a sore loser and a big baby.
I mean,
damage is done.
All right.
What?
I don't know.
What? You have a problem?
I mean, I just think that when you're in an emotional state of losing something of that magnitude, and then you're asked questions, it's not as easy to stay professional as one would think.
Leroy, get out of here, dude.
Okay.
You don't got to. You can be upset without taking away credit, and that's what she did.
So let me ask you a question.
She took away credit.
Let me ask you a question.
From getting her ass kicked.
We've watched a lot of sports together.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you used these words? Oh, they were better than us today.
Phillies Marlins last night.
No, dude.
Box 10?
You know what the hell I mean. Talk about no damn Marlins.
Box 10?
You know what I'm talking about.
It's a small box.
You've been
Like we, and look, I would say it was, not in good taste. So let me correct. I'm not defending her. But what I'm saying is this, that as fans, we come in after a loss and we talk about officials and this and that and whatever and this moment and that moment or whatever. We never admit to the other team being better. That being said, how do you think the athletes feel? So, whereas I do agree with you, what she said was not cool, I understand that we all tend to do that after a loss.
Please.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm lying. Then.
No,
we don't do that. We don't do that.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, and I'm sorry, 2 weeks later. And first of all, you're lucky Coco Gauff came onto television with tremendous grace and was like, you know what? She let her off the hook because she could have said, hey, let me open up my trophy and cry your tears into him, Sabalenka. But she didn't. She showed grace. She was a better sport as the winner, a graceful winner.
Yeah,
and now you want to backtrack.
Winning tends to do that.
Oh well,
but I'm just like
stick your sorries in a sack.
I just don't understand why we get so mad at people being human. Like we would be the same way.
You're defending her.
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, I understand.
You roasted a guy who got the price wrong on risotto at Publix, and you're telling me about human?
It's true.
Yeah, but that wasn't a mistake. The dude fought me and dismissed me like he knew what the hell he was talking about.
This woman's out here saying, didn't win the tournament, I lost. Okay. And you want to tell me about grace and humanity. You.
All right, here's what I would say. Let's table this.
Boy.
Let's table this.
Called him risotto
because
boy.
I guarantee you, at some point, during the season of any sport, we're going to come in here after the game, right? And Tobin's going to be doing his thing. And I'm going to say the words, "You're being a sore loser." Because that's what you deemed it.
Yeah. But
Okay.
sometimes I am a sore loser. I don't come back in 2 weeks.
You never admitted. Oh, my goodness.
You
No,
want to know the difference between me and Sabalenka?
What?
I stick to my guns.
Oh, okay. So
To my
you're going to
guns.
ride the sore loser part out. She's
stick
not going
to my
to come
guns.
back and
Not a
and-
phony.
so you don't. Is that being a phony?
Who's that? Who are you on the phone with?
It's Sabalenka being a phony.
Because it's a phone. I
Yeah,
get it.
that's right.
That's pretty good. Okay. All right.
Okay, on a lot of noise.
Jesus.
Risotto boy.
Risotto boy.
Called him Risotto Boy, and he has the audacity to tell me about, people are human. Leroy.
Yeah, like
The guy who fat shamed
you know, being upset when you lose is a human trait.
Well, yeah. What about being upset about risotto prices?
Yeah. Did you have to
No,
call it?
it had nothing to do with the prices. It had to do with the guy being wrong and walking around like he didn't
A
have to
guy
deal
could
with
be
it.
wrong. He's
And-
only human, Leroy.
So when it was over,
No,
did
no,
you
no.
say, that's
But-
okay,
No,
buddy,
no,
we're
no.
all
Hold
human."
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
It was a new
But what
thing in
you
the
fail,
game, Leroy.
what you forget about that is I asked him, could he please go and confirm that price? And he looked at me and said, "I know what it is." So he doubled down. At which point I got upset
Okay, so he
because
was
I
having
knew
a-
those damn
Maybe
risotto
he's
balls
having
didn't cost
a
us.
day.
Having a moment.
Maybe so many people were asking him about
What's
his
your
risotto
damage? Yeah, what's your
balls.
damages done, Mr. Human?
Yeah.
So I am sick and tired, and this is a long path for me. Let me just explain to you guys. It's a very long path for me to get to this point because I don't normally do things like this. But Edmonton, stop it with your complaining. Every game is a complaint that you lose. Oh, well, we only got 1 day's rest. We only got what we only got this. I said, hey, man, you know, the Panthers are defending cup champions or reigning cup champions, right? You have to beat them. They have the title right now. Don't complain about you not being able to beat them. I'm tired of it. Then they come back and say, oh, it's going to be a good game next week. We're going to do this. No, it's too late. You have cried and moaned and complained so much about not getting your way and having your sweet baby Jesus, little infant Jesus, Connor McDavid, shut down. Then now you all up in your feelings. The officials, they're letting the Panthers get away with everything. No.
Yeah,
Enough.
they're letting Evander Kane get away with it and being an idiot.
I mean, the guys, hold on. Evander Kane has been yielding his stick like a lightsaber the last couple of games. That's not on the Panthers. That's on him.
Stuart Skinner back in net tonight, by the way.
Oh, great. I love the indecisiveness. I love it.
What do you got for us today? No tickets?
I mean, clearly, this is the reason why Leroy doesn't want to go. All their whining.
Nah.
Makes sense, right? Makes all the
Yeah,
sense.
you got to decide 10 minutes. Are you going or not?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Let me see. Oh, no. I need to go have a conversation.
Well,
This guy.
okay, well,
What
my
conversation's
damage...
off the air today than on? He's only human.
Oh, my God.
Leroy, your mood today has really made me upset. My head hurts.
Wow.
Why?
I got to be honest with
I'm
you.
full of rage. My
You-
computer shut down on me. I lost all my notes.
Are you
Like, the
sh-
damage is just done.
Are you sure the mood is his mood or your mood? Because you
Yeah.
have come in today with a rage.
He came in and then dragged me down. Remember, I'm his spirit. So,
Yeah.
you know, I catch on. And then
You have come in today full goth emo, like ready to
I think it's
kill.
the boots.
On time, though.
I think that's what it is. Damage is done. JFig on time.
I gotta tell you,
Woke up
it's
too early.
done. School's out. JFig's made it on time.
Pretty good.
Stupid kids.
Stupid kids.
So
Okay.
wait, let me get this straight. Not only are the schools out, so there's less traffic, but that train that you get caught by it has students in it.
I think so. That's what we're
Because
now.
what you been complaining about traffic from school, you've been complaining about trains every morning. So now, no trains?
Leroy, it's not every morning, okay?
Oh, really?
Gonna make it to the school, sir. Get on the train.
Tickets, please. What damage is done for you there, garage goalie?
Oh, that's good. I would like us to take a second to think of famous billionaire sons. Not the famous billionaires themselves, but do they have a son potentially that we know about? If you go through your Rolodex, chances are you probably won't find an answer unless you Google. So why is it this one specific billionaire son constantly pops up all over my feed?
Shane McMahon?
Lip lock. Well, Shane McMahon would be a good one. Lip locking.
That's not a no.
Like a disgusting human being.
Who is that?
Marcus Jordan.
Oh,
Marcus
got
Jordan.
a new squeeze?
Got a new squeeze.
I think it's just a temporary squeeze.
Well, you know what?
Like a vacation suite.
When you're a billionaire son, you can do whatever you like.
Hey, there's Air Jordan and then there's the Air Jordan.
The Air. That's a point. I'm sorry. That's a point.
Point for Tobin.
The damage is done for me.
Damage is done.
I don't even know why I hear about this guy. Like Michael Jordan wasn't even relevant in my era except for shoes.
That's not true.
I mean,
It's literally been relevant in every era of eras.
basketball wise, hasn't really done much since 2000.
You buy dead Jordans from dead people.
All right, but I don't care to hear about their sons because they make cool shoes. Why am I seeing this guy constantly with a new squeeze or potentially enjoying the big white grains as he was recently on TMZ?
Did that happen?
It did happen.
Big grains falling.
Just right out in the open. I mean, he's living the life of an heir.
I got to be honest with you. Are we like, famous kids or very rich kids? They like to party.
Yeah, let him
Wait,
party.
but isn't he also in the tabloids because of Larsa Pippen or something like that?
Well, that was one of the obviously strange hookups because of her connection to
She used to babysit him.
Yeah, which is very
What?
strange.
Yeah.
She could have.
No, she didn't. Could have. She did.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, so they were that close?
I don't
Yeah.
think about that.
Too close.
Because I would venture to say that Jordan and Pippen aren't that close now.
Well, because of the Last Dance. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that?
It very much. I don't understand why is this a surprise to everybody. He wrote a book about how, or wrote an essay about how hurt he was by the Last Dance, which put Scottie Pippen in a very bad. Did you guys remember this?
Yeah,
Remember
no.
he quit, pulled himself out.
He they really painted Scottie Pippen in a terrible light in that documentary.
Even after Jordan was gone.
Yeah, just like so. Yeah, that didn't go over well with Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Not a lot of things have gone over well in regards to public stories involving the Pippen name. But nonetheless, I'm tired of seeing this guy lip locking someone every time I look at the news. Look at that. It's
Can you
disgusting.
stop putting that picture up?
Too much
Man,
tongue.
a couple
There's no lip.
chameleons.
There's no lip in there. Just all tongue. What are we doing?
It's a real Love Island smooch.
It's strange. It's like she's trying to like baby bird him or something like that. I'm like, jeez.
She's feeding
Ooh,
them.
she's trying to
She's
feed him.
feeding them.
It's gross.
Salt water?
Sick of it. Oof. Damage is done.
Take a break. Continue our Cats preview as tonight, Panthers look to capture Lord Stanley once again. Back after this.
And Barkov breaks free to the front of that backhand feed. Verhaeghe, and he scores! And the Panthers take a 4-3 lead with 7:39 to go in the third.
Would you say that we are sweet saucing it tonight?
Oh, we're sweet saucing it. What you found out wasn't even a compliment.
Yes, that's what Evan Rodriguez told us. So
Strange.
it's kind of like, hey,
Should we be saying that today?
knock off the cutes. No, I'd like to see some cute stuff.
Some sweet sauce in it. If we go up
Sweet sauce that cup.
5-1, I want the let's get 10 chance to come back. I want to unleash everything we've been holding all season.
Mm.
You know, sometimes you save a play for the Super Bowl. Philly special. I got to play for today.
You guys ever feel like Leon Draisaitl looks like he was created by Minecraft?
That's so random.
No, I just like I'm looking at him like he's very square.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that when you watch Leon Draisaitl. You're just like, like, can he bend?
Can he bang?
No, I'm serious. Like he looks like he was created by Minecraft.
Is it the shoulder pads?
I don't know what it is. But even his head, like, you know, I'm just like looking at a picture of him on the podium. Look how square he is, JFig.
Square.
He's
He
very
is
square. I was trying. I'm like, well, Leon Draisaitl looks like he was just made by cubes, put together.
Made by cubes. That's a hot take.
French name.
Is he potted down? He's talking. I can't hear him.
Wow. Well, actually, no. I mean, I didn't hear it.
There we go.
Mm.
Is he Canadian? Because Leon is
He's German.
German.
He's German.
Wow.
Und Draisaitl.
Dude.
What?
I thought he said his
They
name.
talk.
You know what? I wonder how many times people would come to kick your ass if you did this in public, right?
Oh, you think
I
you're
mean-
funny? Funny
mean-
man.
Mama Jovich already got your name on the list. You don't know it.
Oh, I got my new favorite fighter too. And this past weekend at Dirty Boxing, my boy Milos Janicic. I love that guy.
Must have a great accent.
Dude, great accent. He's from Montenegro, which is where Vucevic is from. And he's like, I was like, hey, what's going on with your Instagram? Like, it looks like you were honored by the mayor last week. He's training with Taporia for this camp. Like, he's getting Taporia ready, but he took this fight. He's 18-3, all 18 finishes. And he has this fight in Dirty Boxing against Guilherme Bastos, who's like he's like 23, really good at Muay Thai. It was fight of the night, and Milos, he edged it out, really competitive back and forth. But I was like, hey, what's going on with you with this mayor? He goes, I was honored in the city because he talked too much crap about our city, so I fought him and won, and I was honored. I was like, wait, what?
So
That's how that works over there?
So if you don't like what somebody say, you just put your dukes up?
I guess so. I was like, I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, because he would not stop talking. And so I fought him. I win. And so city honored me. He goes, but big headache, lots of fame. I was like, I guess so, dude. I didn't know that's how it goes over at Montenegro. But
Wow, street justice.
yeah,
Wow.
honored for dispatching of bleep talk.
Wow.
Synchrano says Tobin swoons over foreign accents like a college girl. Agreed.
He does, dude.
Probably too.
But
Agreed.
here's the problem.
Milos.
Whenever he's tried to use the accent in front of said people, he's been cussed at. I remember when you did the thing on the boat. When we went on the boat.
You mean when we're on the Carnival cruise and
Yes.
and the captain come talk to us?
Yes.
And I was like, I heard the rules for radio are different over there. You can't say wanker. He's like, I would have thought I shot somebody.
Yes.
You can't say that word.
Oh, wait. But Tobin says it and tries to say it in his accent. So it doesn't help.
Hunter says Tobin is Ilya to Portly.
That's not even counting what you've done. You've done Bob. You've done Mama Jovich. I mean, every time we go to the fights, you didn't too much mess with the red suit guys.
No.
But when they left, you went, excuse me.
Oh, dude. Speaking of the Panthers, you remember the best part about that though was former Panthers executive Michael Yormark, who was at the time running.
Oh yeah, he's talking about he could kick somebody's ass.
He's like, I'm not scared of Kovalev. I'm like, you're not. He killed the guy in the ring.
And
like,
I mean, that guy,
he did the real Drago.
He was talking trash. If he weighs more than $135,
Very small guy. Yeah, very small guy. And Kovalev, like, I was like, you're not scared of Kovalev was probably at the time one of the scariest people in the sport. Crazy. Anyway, headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sport in Sorrento and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Leroy,
to break it open,
having a little Celsius.
to break the news. I am not going to the game.
What?
Why
not,
dude? My headache is back.
For reasons I would not like to get into.
Okay.
On the radio.
Okay.
Fine.
He's got to take a dump.
I feel like he's just saying that because he doesn't
So-
want us to judge him.
So Jennifer, let's put it this way. What if a guy who you cropped out in a previous
Why does this
world
always have to come to us?
invited you to a hockey game?
I say yes.
Really?
Really?
This game, yes.
Wow. So you
I
go.
don't know.
So,
There's
well,
certain.
hold on.
And I'll leave you in the picture.
Hold on. But it has to be a bad cropper, not a cropper you regret.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys,
I don't gotta talk to you.
Women are built a little different, you know. They do take a free meal and then
No, hey,
No. I
gonna
don't.
go
No.
Women are
the
the
most
most.
with a free meal.
No, this
Wait,
is different.
What with
Dude.
a hockey game?
No, this is different.
Women are more pettier than Tobin. They carry it to the grave.
He just threw you in there like that. Can you see that?
No,
He's a bitty
He's
pope.
not wrong.
I'm serious.
Would I go with my sworn?
If I
enemy
ask my
for me?
wife where my keys are,
Wait. He said crop,
Yeah.
not sworn enemy.
Would you go with your sworn enemy? Is your sworn enemy a man or a woman?
Your sworn
It's
enemy
always
is
a man.
gonna be there tonight.
So
I wouldn't go.
interesting. Interesting.
There will be a fight, and it won't be on the ice.
yeah, because here's the problem. Because you understand that if you go to a game with the wrong person, that you're not going to be able to enjoy it.
Leroy, how would I not enjoy Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final?
Because of
Tobin,
who you're with.
JJ Redick offers you tickets.
I'm really good at ignoring someone.
JJ Redick offers me
Yeah,
tickets,
but you have to go with him. Only one ticket, and you have to go with him.
I have to go with JJ Redick.
Yeah, he's like, I got one more
You'll
ticket.
be fine. We could do it.
No, you're a big Panthers fan.
Oh, so I have to go to I thought I was going to the Heat game. This is so I have to go.
No.
I have to go watch hockey with Podcast Boy.
You have this game tonight. He says, I got one ticket. You got to pay for parking, though, dude. I'm a little tight right now. That's what
He's
JJ
tight?
That's what JJ says.
That's
Really?
I don't know
crazy.
why. I don't know. That's the type of guy he is.
Can I park at Leroy's house and just Uber?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No, you're not bringing your riffraff over by me. I'm not. Because I'm going to mess with you.
Leroy, I'm
You
here
know
with
me.
Instead of his
I'm gonna be-
car?
Leroy. I'm here with JJ Redick.
I'm like, JJ, you know, he only
Wait,
sucking
what
up to you because he
Bayless?
wants tickets to this game. He, in normal cases, he don't even like you.
Well, if it was Skip Bayless, Leroy wouldn't let me bring Skip Bayless to his house.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. I got standards.
So who was it, Leroy?
Huh?
Paul Pierce offers Tobin tickets tonight. What does he do?
Paul Pierce.
I would probably go and I'd be like, hey, look, Paul, they won back to back, like something you couldn't do.
No,
just do that
because
in the
here, let's
beginning
think
or
of it this way. Think of it this way.
Hmm?
There's certain people that invite you places, right?
So you're saying this person you don't like talking to?
No. I'm not saying that. Not at all. But there's certain people that invite you places where you know that it's not going to be about the hockey. It's going to be about the hanging out. And I'm more along the lines of I could just watch the game at my house and not have to do all of this.
But you can get to the game and dictate the terms. Be like, hey, man.
No, because that's not that somebody give you a good ticket.
Don't
You
invite
gotta
me.
hang out with them.
Yeah, but don't like. We're not gonna go hobnob during the game.
We're gonna watch the game.
Yeah, but like easier said than done.
I don't think it
like
is.
the people that, hey, this is my friend. Hey, this is my guy. Like a lot of that. Then the conversations, and then
People are gonna
boom,
be-
Panther score, and I'm side eyeing it. Like, yeah, no.
This is from Katie Engelson on Twitter, Panthers side ice reporter. Sam Bennett says, quote, "It feels just like another morning."
That's the way they handle it, though.
Cold-blooded.
Oh,
Wow. Schmeathen's got a good one.
Hey,
Jeremy Piven offers you a ticket to sit next to him at the game 6 tonight. You going with the Piv?
Look, it's game 6. I'd go, but I'd be really mean to him.
Wow.
What? But there, see, and
I'd be
this
mean
is
to him.
this is
Maybe
how
you guys
I
can
am.
bury the hatchet.
No.
That I have to like bury the hatchet because I got the free ticket. So
No.
even if I don't, there's a lot
I
of things
will
I
always
don't want
be
to
my
do. I
truest
feel
self.
obligated.
No.
Right now, you got to tell your person, say, hey, our only obligation is to the cats.
Yeah. Okay, look, Leroy. You can say yes. And you can say, but my concentration has to be on the ice because I cannot be the most.
Somebody can't give you free stuff and you give them stipulations.
Of course.
No.
Then
When
you
they're like, oh my
know.
God, Leroy, come over here. I'd be like, no, I gotta watch the game. I gotta watch the game.
Hey, no.
You tell them.
I gotta
That's
talk
my-
about this later
but
on
see,
on the
wait,
show.
hold on. Here's
on,
the dilemma.
You're
Mhm.
taking
That's
me-
what I'm talking about right there. So that's why I just stay home.
It's not a
I'm
dilemma.
like,
This
I'm,
is personal
believe me,
choice. I can-
believe me.
I knew he
it
wasn't
is
going to go
not-
anywhere.
It is a not. It's not a knock on the person. It's not a knock on the ticket. It's a knock on. I don't want to be distracted from the game.
This is like become your new move.
What?
I could go if I wanted to go, but I don't like to go. It's become your thing. You
Yeah.
know, very chic. Like, oh, I was
don't
invited to
like
that.
it.
You know, the old like staying home.
The old dude likes staying home. I understand, but this has become Leroy's move now. Is I was invited to that.
Leroy, game 6.
I'd go with Clay Thompson if I had to.
Wow.
I would go.
Pull your
Clay.
hatred aside.
Hold on, let me see.
I'd buy him a gloves off.
We'll take a break. Back after this.
Tonight.
2-2. Bouchard with the pass broken up. Marchand in, past Wallman. Marchand, and he scores! Marchand went to the backhand. He sneaks it down low past Pickard. What an individual effort for Brad Marchand. And the Panthers have taken a 3-0 lead here in Game 5.
Oh, baby. Goosey's galore! Panthers, Oilers. It's a cup clinching night for the Cats.
How are we feeling?
We're feeling good, Leroy.
Oh, yeah.
We're feeling good.
I'm fired up. I'm like
Fired up.
Couple of updates.
Couple of updates, huh?
JFig, your window of opportunity may have opened up.
Look at that. Look at that. Look
Stop
at that. Look
trying
at
to
that. Look
lie
at
to
that.
me.
What we got? What we got?
According to people, boots on the ice.
Boots on the ice.
We told you earlier today
Mhm.
a story about Brad Marchand
Yeah.
giving tickets to a good Samaritan neighbor
Do I have to go to DQ?
who
I'm going.
closed
Mm.
his garage and left him a ring message
Mm.
and apparently gave him game 6 tickets.
Wow.
Brad Marchand
Mm.
has said that's a horse bleep story. Not true.
Whoa!
Not true. There it goes. You can get to his garage.
Whoa!
Goalie garage maybe in play. Where's she going?
She's gone.
She's leaving. Oh my God.
She's gone. God. I'll tell you what, Figgy.
We just lost her.
Figgy. Mobile.
We just lost. Yeah, she's
what? She's mobile.
mobile. Didn't know she had that kind of burst. She's like Chop Robinson.
She's mobile. Are those boots or cleats?
Quick first step.
That was good. He's on ice.
So there you go. You got
Hey, so is she? Never mind.
All right. Okay. I love how screen comes back just empty.
She's gathering herself.
Mm.
Quick burst, by the way.
That was 8.
The
Mobile.
yeah,
Going
very
fast.
mobile. But anyway, he says not true that story. Apparently, according to reporters who were there, they brought him that. So he's like, not true. Now maybe he's just saying that because he doesn't want people messing with his garage. I don't know. I don't know the tone. I've just said it's just been said on reports. He's denying that.
Yeah. Or maybe because you know how it is sometimes. I know he's Brad Marchand, but
Mhm.
maybe it's still a little difficult to get tickets for everyone. Like a graduation almost.
So maybe he has a friend named Carl who those tickets were supposed to go to him, but he ended up giving them to
Yeah.
Pete the neighbor.
So,
And Carl's
yeah.
like, "Where's my tickets?"
Yeah.
Look, he's just trying.
Pete's
to
out
have
here blabbering.
no one go to his house
Mm.
and no one asking for tickets.
We
because
all-
he already gave
We also have a little we also have some mental mind games going on between the Panthers and Oilers this morning.
Oh.
The Panthers and their morning skate wrapped up, except
Mm.
for Carter.
Oh, did he do some dancing with Bob?
Apparently, no, he did not do ballet with Bob. What he did do was he was the only person left on the ice, and he just took up the entire rink, making the Oilers wait for him to finish.
Carter Verhage.
Just being a jerk.
Well,
Didn't
that's-
need that
listen,
much ice,
That sounds like something Kachuk would do, right?
and just was like, Sports that says Carter Verhage was alone on the Oilers practice ice, delaying Edmonton getting there early.
Yeah.
Carter Verhage is just like 11:30 means 11:30. No early skating for you.
So wait, he's out there like Nick Saban in that commercial.
Yeah,
Check-in is at 3:00.
not
2:55.
2:55.
Yeah.
I love that. Carter. Hey.
Carter Verhage.
Thank you, Bob. The cat's back outside. You got my guy Sasha Barkov. This is what Sasha had to say on having a chance to clinch the cup.
Experience helps for sure. Like every single game, every single year, every single series, they're different. So, but all we can handle is like we don't have a game tonight. We don't have a game tomorrow morning. So we have a game tomorrow night, and that's what we can handle. But everything else, we just concentrate on tomorrow night's game and get rest now, recover, and that's about it.
You just love the piece about the captain, you know?
They're
Just
all
something
like
about
that though. They're
about-
all
something about him.
They don't complain, they don't moan, they don't, and I think that comes from Paul Maurice.
Does he become king of Finland after 2 cups? He already had a day named after him, but once you win 2 cups, does that make you the king of Finland?
But
No,
what about all the other Finnish that are on the team?
He's the captain. The captain is the king. You know,
Okay.
like
I'm the
Etu and Nico. I mean, Nico, I imagine Nico Mika lives in a cave somewhere in Finland. Like that's where polar bears live.
Yeah. Do they?
I don't know.
Polar caves? There you go.
I mean, I told you it was amazing watching fighting, and somebody's nickname was the polar bear.
Yeah, Spivak.
It's big
You
boy.
know what's crazy? Leroy's more alive and pumped up after he said no to
No,
the
He's
tickets.
so excited to stay home
It's
tonight.
crazy.
You
Well,
could just see the
because-
stress off of his face.
Because Jennifer.
There he goes again. Now he's bummed.
Oh,
He's thinking
okay.
about the tickets.
No, I'm not. It's I want to be able to enjoy the game. Right? But I don't want to be rude about it. Right? So if somebody invites me to the game and it's with, the people they invited, I would probably be expected to do some, just be a little more friendlier than I would like to be at game 6.
So you're saying, as somebody who loves to hobnob, you don't want to have to be forced to hobnob?
Correct.
You don't want obligatory hobnobbery?
Well, I mean, wait a minute, Tobin, you've been with me. Have I ever gone out and looked for hobnobbing, or has hobnobbing just come to me?
Oh.
I think it's
Really?
I feel like in y'all,
we met guys that were Michigan fans on the shuttle,
I feel
on
like
the
you-
airplane.
I don't feel like you never look for hobnobbing. I feel like you do, and you sidle up to some hobnobbery every once in a while.
What I would say is I'm friendly, but I'm not like,
All I hear is excuses, man.
that's not an excuse.
Like,
I will enjoy the hell out of the game tonight. I'm not even.
You know what that means?
And I appreciate the offer, just like I said. However, I don't want to be required to act a certain way because the tickets were given to me.
What is the way you have to act? Like root for the cats. That's what you got to do.
You're like you. All right. I've been in these situations before, and it's not. Ooh, what does Paul have to say? Paul, give me some answers, buddy.
Paul, what does it feel like waking up in the morning knowing that you could win the Stanley Cup?
I think you asked me that 4 times last year. It feels just fine. Thank you.
Perfect answer, right? That is the perfect answer.
He's a gem.
And the only people that get that is Panthers fans, which makes it even that much better.
He knows how to deliver.
Or does he get
that
minus
was
one?
awesome.
Or does he get -1 for sass?
No, that's not minus
That's a
one.
point. That's a point.
That's a point.
Definitely.
Paul, what does it feel like waking up in the morning knowing that you could win the Stanley Cup?
I think you asked me that 4 times last year.
I know deep down he's saying that was a good one. Right?
He's like, I
Give me
nailed
a
it.
point.
He's
Paul's
trying to
asking for a
not to
point.
laugh.
He's like, "Oh, that's a point."
Paul Maurice makes the media room laugh like Mike McDaniel wishes he makes
He
the
does.
media room laugh.
Yep.
Sometimes Mike McDaniel will say something and like, huh?
Anybody like that?
Huh?
I'm doing bad words now.
Crickets.
Huh?
Did you not hear me my F bomb?
Right? Paul Maurice just says something and everyone's like, love you, Paul.
It's the best.
Love you, buddy.
That's what happens
Well-
when you win the Stanley Cup.
That's true.
We'll take a break. More to come here. Cats with a chance to clinch tonight. It's game 6 night right here on 560 WQAM. We'll take a break. Back after this. Let me ask you something. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Let me ask you something, Leroy.
Sure.
I know that if the Panthers win tonight,
Mm-hmm.
most likely, it's going to mean a Conn Smythe for Sam Bennett
Or Brad Marchand.
However, is there any chance we get Bob shutout?
Bob shutout to do it.
Could Bob work his way back in to the Conn Smythe? Because I'm looking at the Conn Smythe odds, and Bob was pretty juicy. I was just throwing a little.
You think one
Chili
more
peppers?
shutout is enough?
Plus 9,000?
Okay.
4 shutouts?
Doesn't hurt necessarily.
4 shutout. You shut out a clincher.
Yeah.
Shut out a clincher and let's say no goals tonight by Bennett, no assists, no, I don't want to root for that. I'm just saying, like, just theoretically, it sets up no assists, no goals for Bennett or Marchand, but the Cats win, and Bob pitches a shutout, or even a 1-goaler, but he's amazing. Any chance he sneaks in there? Because the odds say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Plus 9,000?
I'm gonna say no.
I would say that it's going to be hard when you've talk about the amount of goals that Sam Bennett has, Marchand, right? And like this whole final has been more about the great offensive shots and less about the great goalie stops.
But you can't deny.
No, you
that
can't. I'm just saying who's more worthy, right? When you look at the way the series is gone. This is not, if it had been like 5 games or these first 5 games have been like 1-goal games with 1,000,000 stops and 2-1 and just frantic, then yeah, I could see that.
Oh, he's plus 10,000 on the hard grab.
I mean, you could take a flyer.
That's what I'm saying, right, baby? A little flyer.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Just a little flyer, my boy Bob. I know it's probably I know it's probably gonna go to Benny or Brad, and it probably should. But if there's a shutout tonight and they don't do nothing, I mean, a shutout.
Don't count it. Well, a shutout.
I mean, it could be some lasting image, because keep in mind it's throughout the playoffs. Bob's had what, 4?
That would be his 4th.
That would be his 4th shutout.
Mm-hmm.
What's the record? The record's like.
The record's like 9, I think, or like 6.
So
it's not like the record, but that's still a lot of shutouts.
Yeah, but you're comparing it to the best ever, right? Like that would have to be.
You don't have to compare it to the best ever. Schmieden says, "Hey, Colonel Sanders, stop counting your chickens." Oh, I'm not counting chickens. It's literally betting, Schmieden. How is one supposed to bet without counting some chickens and just thinking about scenarios? Is it greedy for me to do that? Bob's my guy.
One could say.
Bob is in 4th, though, in my opinion.
But behind who?
The 2 that you mentioned from the Cats. And you know how these people do. They're liable to put Draisaitl above Bob.
Well, that's how the odds are right now. It's Bennett as the favorite, Marchand, and then it's Draisaitl and McDavid, even Steven for the.
But how these two?
McDavid?
Well, because it's all of the playoffs. That's why, and he has like 30.
No, but you got to account also like if they come back and win, and you're gonna bet like those are gonna be the Oilers who win.
Right.
Look, if they lose in 6, Orions, if they do that again, just throw that award in a fire if you do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year, record break. All right. This year, kiss my ass. All right, you guys said not to bet Bob. I won't bet Bob. Whatever. How about we mix it on up, huh? Nobody has any fun around here. We used to gamble on this show.
Okay.
We used to be a proper show that threw chili peppers to the wind.
Yeah, and then we only won one time when Jaime Jaquez did something cool, and I don't know if we won since.
I did hit a 6-team parlay on the first day of March Madness.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I only bet that because I bet spring training the day before because we were doing the show at the Hard Rock and we pushed.
That's great. So we've won 2 bets in 2 years, essentially. Not the best record, but anyways, let us dive into the mixed bag. Of course, as we know, everyone is following the Miami Heat and their hunt for Kevin Durant. Wow.
I can't
When we're not focusing, of course, on acquiring Kevin Durant, we always have our eyes open for the next potential acquisition. One of the many names on the Tobin list of people.
Don't assume that I have a list. I don't like that. Don't say that I don't have a list.
I can name people on your list. We got Luka.
I would like if he didn't sign the extension this summer. That would be nice.
So many people on the list, including this young man, Ja Morant.
Oh, dunks. Well,
don't get too excited.
Didn't they say he's not on the market?
Well, it's not even he anymore, apparently.
According to some tweets, Ja Morant posted talking about the Grizz more than the finals with these cap emoji. Sources.
That means fake.
There you go. Thank you for breaking that down for
No
me.
cap.
Says, and I'm gonna be in that 901 with a bear emoji. What does that mean?
Grizzlies.
Okay, no, tell me that's breaking things down.
Oh, that's the area code of Memphis. I believe.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
knows the 901.
Yeah,
Grizzlies, yeah.
Source me.
So Ja Morant is saying he's not getting traded from Memphis.
Correct. He's saying, leave me alone. I'm not going anywhere.
That's what a pigeon would say.
That's what a pigeon would say.
You can't use his words against him.
I just did. All right. Listen, never wanted him. Immature. Okay. Can't stay healthy. Dude builds a brick house and he barely dunks anymore. So never wanted Ja Morant anyway.
Wow, never wanted
him.
That's crazy.
You know, that's easy for you to say because you do that about a lot of guys who you have no chance of getting. Just saying.
Don't come knocking at me, Ja.
Yeah. Never wanted him.
Never wanted him. What else you got in the mixed bag?
Yesterday's NBA Finals game 6 occurred. Right? 3?
What?
5? What was yesterday's game?
Game 5.
5 occurred. And we had an all-star performance from an unlikely source. Jalen Williams, who's becoming a
pretty likely source. He scored 25 in 3 straight.
budding star in the NBA.
Oh, he was an all-star.
Yeah, but if I were to tell you name 10 basketball players that are up and coming in the NBA, Jalen Williams not on the list.
That's
not
not
because he doesn't deserve to be, but it's just we don't hear a lot about Mr. Williams. But I'm sure that's going to change after this performance yesterday. This is him on dropping 40 points in a finals game.
Something more that I'll look back on later on than worry about what kind of statement it makes. I think the only statement we have right now is we're up 3-2 and we still have to go earn another win. But it'll be cool to look back on later on and hopefully somewhere down the line I'll have a more fun answer for you.
Athletes. Gotta love them.
Ja Morant has also added, instead of focusing on the performances we've seen from J-Dub and Shea, TJ and Siakam, how the series is going, we say something negative about a city and team on a national level.
No love for Haliburton, huh?
No love for Haliburton.
Talk
But he
about
wasn't very good yesterday because he's hurt.
Limpy. He's done enough.
There was a lot of time on television. I mean, you guys did just make a big trade. I would get that. Sometimes I get that. argument where people are like, it's the game 5 of the finals. People like to be chic about that. I think that's a fair argument if you're making like GOAT arguments or what is Dak Prescott going to do this year? And it's like the day of the finals.
Yeah.
They did just trade Desmond Bain. Like the Grizzlies are going to be a bit of a talking point, Josh. So, learn the media game, dude.
All right. Fair enough.
Would you have traded for Desmond Bain? Not that much, but
I like Desmond Bain. I actually thought, like, when the whole Jimmy thing was going on, I was like, I thought that would have been a natural swap.
He didn't want to go to Memphis, though.
He didn't want to go to Memphis. And that's actually what got mentioned today. What John's talking about is Stephen A. went on First Take today, and he said that a lot of NBA players don't want to go to Memphis because it's dangerous. So that's what Ja's referring to there, I think. He's upset that Memphis is catching strays from Stephen A.
Why are they worried about Stephen A? Do you?
Well, Ja Morant's not doing him.
Anybody drop a solitaire joke on him yet? Next show, I would have been like, oh, you're not playing solitaire today.
Stephen A. Smith said today, NBA players have told him they would feel unsafe playing in City Life Memphis. Quote, cats like Jimmy Butler and others don't feel like it's the safest environment. I'm talking to local authorities in Memphis.
Wait. We're talking about like the city is unsafe. That's what they're worried about. I thought it was like the status of Ja Morant could be a wild card.
No,
they're talking about their safety. They're worried about Memphis in that regards. Detroit exists, right? They know that that's a place where people play basketball, right? Like this is not the only place that's
but some places are big enough where all of their stuff is in the suburbs.
Memphis, you're worried about your safety, so you can't. First of all, you're gonna be.
I mean, wasn't one of Ja Morant's like original confrontations with a teenager at one of his parties or something like that?
Yeah, but like this wasn't like his life was threatened. The kid got yappy while they were playing a 21.
The kid got yappy?
He got yappy. So you call it a jump shot? Just things turned into a scuffle. I just think that's a horrible excuse. First of all, you're one of the tallest human beings, every basketball player that will be in the city. Let's start with that. Second of all, you're gonna be in a nice area. You're gonna have drivers. You're gonna have security. I just feel like to say that the city's unsafe. I don't want to go to Memphis. Is stupid. That's stupid. Philly looks crazy. Have you been to certain streets in Philadelphia? It looks ridiculous. Skid Row? Is that what it's called?
What?
Where's that place? Skid Row? Baltimore, maybe? You know, there's so many places I feel like. Memphis? God bless Grind City.
I would say this. When I think of tough places to grow up, I don't think Memphis. But
I'm saying
where I'm from probably has something to do with that.
I would kind of make more like, oh my God, New Orleans? Ninth Ward Horde? You heard of that guy?
Hey,
Did they call you that?
No, but it's weird because, like, when you hear me and Dan Day talk, he just know where I'm from, and he's like, I don't mess with them.
There's a story from October of 2024. Memphis is considered the most dangerous city in the U.S. to live in.
Jeez.
I actually have heard that, though.
Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing.
Is it?
Walking in Memphis.
I like to think that there was more.
It's definitely a song. What do you mean? That's definitely a song.
No way.
It's a song, dude.
Mark Cohn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put on my blues with you tonight. On the born rain. I'm walking in Memphis.
Walking in Memphis, huh? All right. Maybe I don't know things. Who knows?
And Ja Morant just threw a fake grenade.
Walking in Memphis.
I'm walking in Memphis. And Marcus Gasol just got Fizdale fired.
Really? We'll go back to the Gasol days? Zach Randolph.
I'm walking in Memphis. Did you know Justin Timberlake was a part owner?
Oh, that's right. That was right.
He has a golf tournament there, too.
I thought that's why Jimmy would have gone there. Remember my terrible theory that I thought that Justin Timberlake was tampering with the Heat. I thought that he would have liked Memphis because he could have been like 2 seconds away from from Nashville to go do his country album.
Right.
Oh well.
Any water in Memphis? No, right? That's the problem. Need a place with
You
water.
know what it is? Home of the Blues.
It's true.
Walking in Memphis.
I hear that song now at this
I'm
point.
gonna hear this in my head.
Just gonna be watching the final. Walking in Memphis.
Do you have anything else in the mixed bag?
I got Haliburton on deciding to play.
All right.
Let's hear it.
I mean, it's NBA Finals. It's the finals, man. I've worked my whole life to be here, and I want to be out there to compete. Help my teammates any way I can. I was not great tonight by any means, but it's not really a thought of mine to not play here. If I can walk, then I want to play. So they understand that, and is what it is, and got to be ready to go for Game 6.
Yep. I mean, look, that's.
But that's what people want to hear, right? Like, people at this point don't really care how much he's hurt, right? Because I always think of the Jay Cutler thing, right? We trashed him before. Everybody trashed him for being soft before they even knew what was wrong. And that's the kind of the same thing that they would say about Tyrese Haliburton, is that he's soft, even though something could really be wrong.
Remember Goran? After Goran got hurt, his foot blew up, and then he tried to play in that Game 6. He just had nothing.
Right. But so my
Trying.
question is
Broke my
that,
heart.
or so how do we look at that? Are we looking at that as not a smart decision, or, oh yeah, he's giving us everything, even though he's not productive?
I gotta be honest with you, dude. When I saw it was a calf and how many Achilles it feels like there's been lately, I was like, because that's exactly what happened to Durant. Remember?
Yeah, they all start off as calf injuries, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was the one thing that was like.
Remember, originally they called it a quad. Then they said calf.
He's not walking in Memphis because he's got a tight calf.
He's limping in Memphis.
All right, we'll take a break. Final hour coming on up. We're back after this.
WQA.
It's Draisaitl behind the net. Draisaitl out to Ekholm. It's high. It's wide. Out to the near point. Out below in the zone is Marchand. Pass ahead. Roberto Marchand. A breakaway. Hits it. Marchand. Can he tie the series? And he scores! Brad Marchand in overtime. And the Panthers win game 2. 5-4. The series is tied and a game apiece.
No sandstorm by Darude.
There's a storm brewing tonight, dude. A Marchand storm.
Boy, this was after 2:00 in the morning on South Beach. Must play.
Yeah, dude.
Do you think that DQ is gonna have a watch party?
Mm.
They should
Probably
set up
good
a
for
screen.
them.
They should set up screen.
They could probably have
They
their
don't
own.
even have a TV in Dairy Queen.
I just said they should set up a screen.
Oh, I got a projector. I could make my way over there.
There
How
you go.
about
I like that.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sportage, Sorrento, and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Today, Cats back on the ice. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final as they take on the Edmonton Oilers. Cats up 3-2 with a chance to become back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. 8 o'clock is your puck drop, anthems and banging the drum. Bobby Lou got that going for you. Should they lose tonight, Game 7 would be on Friday. So,
But
plan
if they
accordingly.
win tonight, when would the parade
Careful.
be?
Task at hand.
Task at
hand.
Task at hand.
That's a tomorrow topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
That's a tomorrow topic.
Hmm.
But I appreciate your enthusiasm. That's a tomorrow topic.
All right.
Kevin Durant watch continues. Shams Charania was just on the Pat McAfee show, and there's a lot of there's been a lot of noise over the last 48 hours about Kevin Durant. I don't know if there's much substance, but there's been a lot of noise. Because Shams came out Saturday night. I was on the broadcast of Dirty Boxing. I thought that the trade had happened. He just came out with a list. Spurs, Rockets, Heat. Spurs apparently aren't really pursuing Kevin Durant. Shams just went on McAfee. He said the most realistic places that he'll end up are Houston or Miami. That's what he just said.
All right.
Yesterday, you had reports out of Phoenix, Gambo, saying that the Heat are unlikely to get him. Then you have reports today saying that the Suns are going to have to, take back their offers a little bit because he don't want to go to the Timberwolves. Timberwolves don't want him unless he wants to be there. So they were like, we got to, they got to try and get Ant-Man to convince him, even though he's probably, Kevin Durant's going to convince Ant-Man to come here. So I don't know what's happening, dude. All I'm telling you is it's all up in the air right now. There's a lot of noise and ether. But nobody seems to really be putting in their best hand for Kevin Durant because I think they know the offers aren't that great for him right now. And so as much as everybody wants to act like, there's going to be some wild card team out there that's going to swoop in, I can't deny that. That may happen. We saw that happen with Damian Lillard. Wild card team swooped in, stole Damian Lillard from the Heat. But right now, it just seems like there's just a lot of stuff back and forth. And we'll see what ends up happening, dude. But right now, the latest from ESPN's insider is that the Spurs aren't really pursuing Kevin Durant too much, even though there was reported yesterday that was his number one team. And Shams came out and said that they are the most realistic destinations right now for Kevin Durant. There's more motivated teams than the Spurs, is what he said on McAfee's show. He also denied having a look yesterday. Apparently, Shams had like a coy look when somebody mentioned the Spurs on television yesterday, and he said that he was just looking for his camera because he didn't know what camera to be on for television.
Okay. Now people are dissecting his looks.
They are. They're dissecting Shams's looks.
Look at that 3 blinks when he said Houston. Clear sign.
Dude, I almost had like the craziest thing happen to me on air on Saturday night. I was freaking out while not. You ever have a freak out, but you can't say anything? I mean, besides when I threw a lizard at you, Leroy.
Oh my God! Like, yes, all my situations involve you.
Well, I had never, I've only mostly in my broadcast career, I've used the old cans, when I'm broadcasting to hear things.
Mm-hmm.
For you squares out there, those are headsets. Usually goes over my ears.
You have a little mic attached to it?
Sometimes a little boom mic attached to it, right?
Yeah. Everybody has said when I'm out in public, I need the boom mic. I do
Mm.
not need a regular mic because I would
Right.
talk into it.
That's fair. Well, our producer, he wanted us to use, as they say in the lingo, Leroy, stick mics. He wanted the old handhelds, and he wanted to put a little earpiece in our ears to hear what he has to say. I was like, all right, cool. I've never used an IFB, is what
It's hard. Yeah, I have one. It's like it doesn't sound like headphones. And
I don't love it.
It sounds like you could barely hear them.
I'm not a secret agent. I don't love it. I don't love it. But I'm going to do what my director producer say, right? Here's the problem, though.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This thing, it must have been built for people with tiny ears, okay?
You don't have your own?
No, these were I don't own one of those.
No, usually no, seriously. Usually when you do anything along this nature, they tell you to get one just in case.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. Probably if I were to get into, I don't know. But this one, no, they just gave me one, right? And I think I got Mike Perry's because Mike Perry, he's got cauliflower ear. Okay.
So it was like a jumbo.
Smaller holes. And I ended up with the tiny one, and this thing just kept slipping out. And then eventually I just had to go to get in there, right? Really get in there, JFig. And then I could actually hear him because I was like popping out. I couldn't hear the dude. So first run went great. We were only on camera 3 times. So first 2 times, fine. Figured it out. We powered through. The last time, though, a little bit of a problem. Because I go, all of a sudden I can't hear anything. I'm like,
oh no.
What just happened? And that thing, it was lodged up there, and the wire had came out of it. So I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, this thing is stuck in my ear. I'm about to be on camera and I can't hear a thing. I can't hear a producer. And this thing is lodged in my ear like a damn spider. And I'm like this because Mike Perry's there yakking. I'm like, I'm trying to finger plant this thing out, like really like pinky. And the pinky.
The space isn't that great. So you putting your sausage fingers in there is pushing it in more.
Dude. Next time.
It was like a hail. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But I carries tweezers with him.
Yeah, I didn't have tweezers. I'm about to be on camera, and this thing is lodged. I can't hear a damn thing because the wire broke off, and it's right up there.
Did they bring you another one?
Well, first I had to get it off because we're literally on the air yakety yakking.
So how'd you get it out?
JFig, by literally the fingernails, I was able to get a grip, whoosh, get it out. And I was like, hey, Austin. Austin was my audio director. Austin, it broke. He's like,
look, next time we come across that.
No. Put it back.
So he put it back.
Doesn't carry tweezers. He carries Twizzlers.
He was able to fix it, but dude, like this entire time. Well, thankfully, this entire time, like we were rolling. We weren't on camera. We were just yakety yakking while stuff was happening in the ring. But like, I'm like, if they would have cut to me at any second, I would have been full lobster claw, like trying to get that thing out of my ear. I was freaking out. Dude.
So did you fix it and put it back in?
Yeah, well, I got it out, and then my producer fixed it.
But did you still get the same one, or?
Yeah, I mean, we only had it was like the end of the broadcast, so we had.
Why don't you go? You go get fitted for one.
Hey, man, I didn't know. That's a real great piece of advice. Why didn't I do that on the last 30 seconds I'm on the air?
No, but dude, can I just say this?
You should have traded.
When I was asked, I did stuff at CBS. The college game of the week on the internet. That's where I met Joanna.
Yeah.
Because we did that together before,
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing they told me when they said go and get was it IVF?
IFB.
Yeah. go get one. So I went to an ear specialist, got it. You know, they measure ear. They, you know, get the little thing of the ear and put it in there.
Okay, but that's CBS. They probably don't have that there.
No, but he's done other stuff. So I'm
I
just
literally
shocked
just said
that.
it's the first time I've used it.
But
Leroy, you're giving him
Dude,
advice on technology.
You really are
On
a special.
equipment?
You are really a special superhero. I like to call Captain Hindsight.
What do you mean? I didn't know what that was.
You were sitting there like, why didn't you get a custom earpiece? I didn't know I was using it, dude.
No, but what I'm saying, before I ever did it one time, somebody suggested I get one because you would need it. I didn't know I was going to need it there. And then when I got there, they asked me if I had one.
Great. What does that do for my situation here?
You should already had one.
Why would I have one? I literally just told you I've never used one.
I didn't either.
But somebody told you.
Yes, not that worked there.
This guy.
Somebody
My
outside.
advice to you.
Look up in the air. Who's that? It's Captain Hindsight. With advice I could have used 48 hours ago.
My advice is take tweezers next time.
I
Just
thought
in
it was
case.
standard. Sorry.
Standard.
My advice.
You
and
said
this is the
standard, but
easiest
then
way.
a custom made one, that's not standard.
Guy gets
No,
hit by
but you can get one that's not custom.
guy gets hit by a bus.
What
Leroy
they tell you to
slides.
do is
It's not standard.
get one and pack it with you.
You go out to dinner for a spicy restaurant, and you're like, "Oh, heartburn. Who's that? Should have taken Tums beforehand."
Next
I
time
don't
that
have those.
happens to you,
I don't
Toby,
have those problems.
Hold your nose, hold your ear,
Oh.
and go, and it'll come out.
Or have someone hit your head.
No,
You
concussion.
wanted me to go like full like airplane honk, like
Yeah, hold that.
Tobin would have possibly
Cover
lost an
it.
eardrum, and it would have been all your fault.
bro. I really thought that thing was gonna. I thought I was gonna. I'm like, I cannot end today having to go to the hospital to get an earpiece lodged out. I'll never be welcome back.
Yeah, that's true.
I dug for that thing like I was digging for gold.
Maybe a pencil tip. You could have gone.
I didn't have a pencil. I'm on the air.
Do not put a pencil in your ear. Do not. We cut back.
Don't
to
put an
everyone.
earpiece in there.
The
How about they
broadcast.
just don't give me an earpiece that's meant for the tiny eared?
This guy's now bleeding from his ear as he's calling a fight.
Dave's house says can't take
Tough.
medical advice from old Swolefoot.
What do you mean? I beat science.
No, you didn't.
Zach Edey's
Tweezers
out
next
for
time,
months.
just in case they give you the old cauliflower one again.
Oh no! Or better yet, get your own.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Let's see how
They have different types of tweezers.
Mhm.
There's some that have the more finer.
Your advice is better.
Thank you.
Your advice is better
I
to
know.
be
If
like
you're
having-
planning to pack tweezers, dumbass, why don't you just get the thing?
This is very violent. Okay. Some people don't
Like,
have that.
what's more prep? Wait,
Some people
What-
don't have
Wait,
the
minus
luxury to
one
be
for
invited
lashing
to
out?
the Panthers game
That's
six.
what's more preparation?
Minus
like,
one.
You know what?
Lashing out today.
I
because-
better get some tweezers so this
it's a more
thing doesn't
reasonable.
get stuck in my
It's
ear.
a more reasonable thing to have on you than a custom ear. Dude,
Tweezers!
There's
didn't think-
probably somebody there.
Tweezers!
You didn't think to get a
Marcos!
custom
Had one.
earpiece?
Marcos,
Yes.
when's the last time you have gone anywhere, especially in the business you wear headphones, right?
You want to know how ridiculous
What
it is?
if when was the last time you left your house and said, "Oh damn, better go back and get my tweezers"?
Man, when's the last time you went anywhere and just by no advice previously you've been like, man, I really should have had a custom earpiece for something I've never used before? That was your advice.
No, somebody.
Yes, for you. You.
Be a professional. You know more about it than me.
I literally was a professional because I powered through.
Didn't sound like you powered through.
I did power through.
He did power through. He found the will of
This guy's
his
just
fingertips
he's
to
just lashed
grab it.
potatoes today. Like ever
Tobin,
since
I understand
ever
what
since
you're
he
saying.
denied going to a game, like
I
you
know.
know,
I'm telling you,
just
this
like
whole game situation has got him on this.
The pressure. The pressure.
First world pressure. This
Why
is
didn't-
crazy.
That's good.
You guys made a bigger deal about it than me.
Surprise,
You made a big deal about it.
Surprise!
Puffing and puffing over there.
Surprise! Captain Hindsight didn't show up to his pool guy today and been like, "Why did I get a fool in the first place?"
Really?
Why you guys bullying my boy?
As a guy who has enjoyed
Just his
the
advice
benefits
today-
of my beautiful pool,
Yeah.
I can't believe you would lash out against it.
No, what I'm lashing out is your advice today was, "Why didn't you get your ear molded,
Loser?
dumbass?"
Okay.
I mean, that's what professionals do.
You're one to talk about
not
professionalism.
understanding what
Do you,
he's
you realize? Do you
saying.
realize I'm taking advice from somebody who literally bangs the microphone every time he goes to the window plex?
Which you might as
You
well just
literally
do it right
slip.
now,
let me.
if
Let me.
you're fine.
You want to know what's ridiculous about you? You are a fine-tuned athlete who slipped past tackles with more grace than you do past your microphone to get to the window plex.
It's a
You
tight
bang that.
squeeze.
We know.
You broke a pot, Leroy.
This is you every time. Headed over to the window plex.
I know IT's coming in here like, don't hit the
microphone.
You might have coffee on your
Really?
Hey, you guys want to go to Exotica?
Whoa!
Exotica is returning to Miami Airport Convention Center June 27th through the 29th. And you can win a 4-pack of tickets to go for your chance to win. Go to the contest page at WQAM.com and enter.
You want to give us a weather report, Leroy?
Weather report.
Brought to us by the Demesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com, free consultation 24/7. Call them up at 866-954-MORE.
The Meslin and Dover, they are horny too. They are horny.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Not the song.
Okay.
Oh no, wrong song. I mean, they're
Yeah.
Exotica. Man, they putting their name on everything.
Jeez.
Well, I just learned the jingle.
What?
Now we got to learn the horny version of
They're
it.
not related here. These are two different
What is
things.
going on right now?
Huh?
I just wanted you to go to give us our weather update.
Oh, you want the weather report? They don't.
Leroy?
I thought they were sponsoring Exotica.
Ladies and gentlemen,
whole thing.
ladies and gentlemen, a professional.
Wait a minute.
A professional.
Let me tell you something,
You have
dumbass.
the
Let me
audacity.
tell you something.
No.
You don't mention things that close together if you don't want me to assume that they're tied in.
How about you just listen?
I did.
How about you just listen,
Maybe you should
IFB?
get a custom earpiece to listen.
Yeah, where's your molded earpiece?
I have it. I do. I have it.
Oh,
So no weather report? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
hold on.
No. Let's hear it. Let's hear
See
it.
if we can avoid the hit.
The Meslin and Dover.
Nope.
The Meslin and Dover. One big happy family. All right.
Yeah.
It is partly cloudy. Winds coming out of the east, southeast at about 15 plus miles an hour. It's humming out here. It is a heater. I would say it's about 91 degrees. And again, look for a passing shower. I mean, I don't see nothing, but it's that time of year where you can get a passing shower at any time.
How do you do, Froggy?
Currently 91 degrees, partly cloudy with winds coming out of the east southeast at 14 miles per hour. Rain, nothing as of yet, but always keep an eye out.
We'll take a break.
Exactly what I said.
Back after this.
He's good.
We got to get on to ice hockey.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. If you missed any of today's show, it'll be up for you on the Tobin and Leroy podcast and on our YouTube page, Miami 560 WQAM. And we got game 6 tonight from Amerant Bank Arena. Hockman and Crowder coming your way after us from the building as Stuart Skinner is back in net for the Edmonton Oilers. And we will see if the Cats can close this puppy out tonight. We expect Roberto Luongo banging the drum tonight. Bobby Lou, number 1, getting out there and getting after that drum. He banged the hell out of that drum.
Almost broke it.
Honestly, I can't wait to see how he does it this time.
He's an insane person. He's going to bang it like an insane person.
I love that.
He's an insane person.
Him and brings a sledgehammer.
That would not
break the drum.
That would break the
That's
drum.
Good game ops.
Why?
Last drum of the season.
I think it's like a hollow drum though.
Do they ever replace it?
Put confetti in.
You can see autographs on it. I don't believe they do. I believe the drum is the drum.
Okay, so you can't break it.
No, that's why I'm saying I think your idea is stupid. Respectfully. Not as dumb as your garage goalie idea. You can't just make sound effects and that makes you faster.
And he's here struggling like.
Pretty much it. It's all it takes to be a goalie. Flexibility too, which I don't have.
I just like the idea now of at one point, we got to get you in full goalie gear in front of a garage.
For sure.
So my question to you is, how easy do you think, or how difficult do you think it would be to stop a puck shot at about 95 to 100 miles an hour?
Super hard.
No, I know, but he's making it sound like he's just going to kick save in the beauty.
I don't fear stopping a 100-mile puck. I fear not stopping it. Roberto Luongo.
You just took the wall quote that we have out there?
Says it over there in the corner. Says it over there in the corner.
It's not even the most famous Roberto Luongo quote.
I don't fear 100-mile-per-hour pucks. I fear someone entering into Brad Marchand's garage.
That is wonderful.
Okay, while still ignoring the fact that, do you think you could do it?
Not at all.
Okay, then.
Won't even see it coming.
So stop acting like you just right on it.
He ain't getting pucks.
Sometimes
He's just protecting a garage.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
a property,
a burglar doesn't run 100 miles.
So, Tobin,
Hmm?
Could you shoot a puck?
I've never shot a puck other than street hockey.
No, I've never even done that. You think if
can test it out here?
If Marcos was in net, that we could score
anymore?
You know what? This is a good bit.
I've only been in skates like 4 times, and it was 30. It was 1988, almost 40 years ago.
Goalie equipment.
I know where to find pucks.
You know where to find street pucks?
Like the ones that
$299 for what?
Yeah, but those things they're not gonna shoot here. They're not frozen.
3 goalie pads.
We get a bunch of ice from.
No, we could just call the Panthers.
We put it in the coldest room of this building.
No, we go down to the Panthers.
They don't like us like that, man.
If I can't go to a
He
game,
made Bob uncomfortable
you think
4 years ago.
I can go there.
Bob loves me, dude. What are you talking about?
No, why can't we just set it up? They're not going to be doing nothing after tonight.
So
Who's gonna hold me on
So you want us to just go to the Iceplex and shoot pucks at Marcos?
Yes.
Man, these pads are so expensive.
No, they probably have something you can get in.
These are pre-owned, $174.
All right, task at hand though.
Sorry,
task at hand.
Take a break. Back after this.
Oh.
Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for Game 6 tonight. Panthers, Oilers, Stanley Cup Final.
The final countdown.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, dude.
That is what she nailed that to Mesman and Dover song.
Oh, my God.
That was good.
That's Tobin's fault.
It's not my fault.
You had too many bits too close together.
It wasn't a bit. It literally was just a liner. It was just a liner, and then JFig asked for weather, and so I had to do that liner too. Them's the rules. Like if you only blended it into one thing, the Exotica liner into our weather report, again, that's not on me.
Also, do you really think that liner is going to go ahead and say horny?
No, they would never, because they're serious people who only care about the weather and you know, helping people as a law firm.
I'm horny in Memphis.
Wait a minute. I sing their jingle.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the weather.
I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe not ad lib it though.
I mean, how about maybe not do the
What was that?
Maybe not ad lib. Just
maybe not do the things too close together, so one might assume that the two
you mess up a yeah every now and then. That's fine. We can live with that.
but not
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that sounds bad, Leroy.
Just 2 years?
It's 3.
All right. Tough crowd.
Mm.
You can play it now.
Tonight, we get our goose on, dude.
How are we viewing this game? I already you know how I'm doing it. Jennifer, what are you doing? Are you watching it with dad and mom? Is dad into it, mom into it, or you got to go with your friends? Because they're going to be
coming over.
Friends are coming over.
They invited themselves.
Pots and pans. Prepared.
Yeah, for my household. I'm not leaving my house.
Okay. Yeah.
Since I don't have a
How
ticket.
about you, Tobes? I know you're gonna be ready to jump in the pool. I don't know why that's your thing.
Floaties ready?
Why would I need floaties?
I don't know.
I know how to swim.
You gotta work tonight, Marcos?
I do not. I canceled whatever work I had to do because I'm gonna be
boots on the ground.
I'm gonna be boots on the ground. I'm not gonna be in
the
arena.
chaos.
Yeah, I want to be in the chaos.
Boots on whose ground?
Amarant Bank property as soon as we win, and then I'm going straight to elbow room.
You should just go straight to elbow room and stake it out there
and get your spot.
People are gonna be crazy when they come out of the arena, though. It's gonna.
And then you got to watch out for Anton Lindell and Las Olas, Mr. Las
Mr. Las Olas. Yeah. Also, you know, I forgot. If I do go there, it's probably gonna be chaos.
You know what's really cool about the Panthers?
What's that?
They are the only team that celebrates victories in Fort Lauderdale. Everybody else wants to go to South Beach. Nope, they keep it near home base. Right? They don't go to South Beach. They keep it right here in Fort Lauderdale.
What's Messi gonna do?
Nothing.
Did they go to Las Olas?
They haven't won anything.
Well, that's fair.
I don't even know what the hell they playing for.
It's like the World Classic
FIFA World Club Cup.
Club Cup. Yeah.
Are they still in it?
I don't know.
Soccer.
Crazy.
Soccer, you play 200 games a year for 17 different cups, and only to realize that, oh, you got eliminated from the only league that you're actually in.
Yeah, let's not upset the soccer fans. They're very sensitive.
I know, but just help me understand. I'm down with, listen.
They can't. We've tried. They try to make me understand.
Explain
I don't understand. I don't understand.
They go, no. This is CONCACAF.
Oh, here comes RVA Richie getting all furious about the World Cup.
Here goes.
Chiming in.
I do think the
Fake
Messi
tournament, they just made it up.
The allure of Messi is worn off.
Has it?
Yeah, I don't like, Remember, it was like, oh, Messi's at Publix. Now he's at Publix.
Well, he can't go anywhere anymore. His life is just a fishbowl.
Why don't you win something, Messi? Ronaldo's out there winning championships. Sorry, I don't want to end the show on hate for Messi. It's a Cats Day.
It is a Cats Day.
Yeah.
Cat fever is going to be at an all-time fever pitch tomorrow. Yeah. If they win this game. We're going to just... And then, Marcos, then you can... if tonight happens...
I can ask that question again.
You can ask that question.
Yeah, for now, though...
Task it in.
Yeah, stay focused.
We're not talking about routes anywhere.
Nope.
We're not talking about celebrations.
So,
task in hand. It's one... Hey, what does Bob say? What does Bob say?
Yeah.
What does he
question,
say? Hold on. What?
Stay focused.
What's Sergei Bobrovsky? What?
No, I'm just like, fine, go.
No, you go. No, do tell. No,
Thank you for the congratulating me.
No, you go.
No,
No, you were. Go ahead.
No.
You guys are so polite.
I don't want to be Bobrovsky.
Too late.
No,
it's too late.
No, because in order to be Bobrovsky, I have to know that you're doing a bit.
No, dude, that's exactly what Bobrovsky is. You never realize when I'm doing a bit. That's why you're Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah. But boy, are you handsome.
Look at that blue beard.
Yeah, it's actually got
Hey, cut it out.
like a grayish bluish now.
Timbo
I know, it's
Slices.
coming. My grade's coming back.
Timbo Slices. Hall of Fame show from Leroy today.
Thank you.
A
Thank you.
really good show, yeah.
What do you get? A Marconi for this?
I don't think he's being.
You get a macaroni.
I think he's being facetious.
You get an earpiece, really.
He already has one.
Be a professional, Tobin. I already have one. I have two. One for each ear.
It's amazing.
In case I'm on the right side or the left side.
It'd be amazing. Maybe you should take that advice and keep your mic plugged in for the whole show.
It is plugged in. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what is he
Started
talking
We
about?
can't hear you.
3
Leroy?
segments.
Why not?
Leroy, speak.
What?
We
Oh,
can't hear
okay.
you.
Great.
It's not me.
Leroy.
It's a bit thing again, Leroy. They're doing it again. They're doing it again.
See,
I hear you perfectly
oh,
fine.
you got jokes. You come on time one day.
Well, you
no,
stole.
and now you-
Oh,
what are we doing?
You stole our hockey tickets.
true.
You stole my
I
joy.
didn't steal them.
And threw them away.
Yep. You what you did was you went nanny boo boo. I could have gone.
I
You
know
can't
you.
go.
You waved those
You teased
tickets
her.
right in my face.
I didn't.
You did. You did.
I did not.
Yep.
That hurt.
Poor
I
Figgy.
did not.
You gave me a headache for the rest
That's
of
like when I went to the middle of wherever I was down in Miami to eat lunch with Paul.
Yeah, and how did that go?
It was great.
You didn't want to say yes.
Hmm.
You could have even gotten your daughter in there.
No, I couldn't. That's the thing. I didn't have time to go get anyone.
You could have communicated.
This has been a solid
and I
end to
would
the
have
show.
picked her up for you,
real
okay? Because I am a good friend, Leroy.
Yes, but it would all required you to be timely.
For Taylor Swift,
I'm suspending you guys.
I'm timely.
It's doing their own show.
Just having private conversation.
Private conversation.
So how are you watching the game tonight, Tobes? On the
It's not important.
Come
It's the end of
on.
the show.
Ask me. You didn't ask me. You didn't
It's
ask
the end of
me.
the show.
How are you
How
watching the game, Marcos?
I'm gonna watch it at Leroy's house. Everyone at Leroy's house.
Keep your garage door open.
Cat fever!
Dover, they are horny too.
You got the lead, boys. You got the lead, Chuckles.
Carter Verhage.
Look at the quickness.
Dude,
I'm like a crab.
oh my goodness.
Just quickly send us to break.
I'm like a crab on the beach.
We got to get on to ice hockey.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you for the congratulating me.